Don't get me started.
Don't get me started. Oh, shut your mouth.
Hi.
I'm nothing if not incredibly positive about this, the 119th episode of Don't Get Me Started. That's very close to 120.
It is, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure that will encourage someone to pipe up and say cocktails next week. But,
Yes.
But that person would be wrong.
Yeah, all I was going to say is just the technical dramas continue as we try and make sure everything works and we learn from our mistakes of, well, literally last week.
Yes. Yeah, I mean that worked. The notification worked, and Tamsin has dropped a bitties. Thank you very much, Tamsin. Much appreciated.
Yeah,
I'm gonna just press some buttons and see what happens for a minute. Thank you, Will. Also. I mean, it worked, but
you see me just kind of go boo on his light come out of my hand.
So
okay, maybe
no.
not the transitions-y bits.
Yeah, maybe we'll go without.
I think
stings.
my face. I feel my face looks dark again.
I don't.
Oh, that's okay. Well, what do you think? What do you think about my face, other than it being beautiful? Obviously, it's a sign. Says Fruit Bat. 4K is the tool of the devil.
I mean, what we are doing this week, just to nerd it out and keep you updated, is we are streaming in 1080p. Alex's laptop is handling the downscaling and sending it to Twitch. And then we are recording in 4K.
Yes.
Using his graphics card.
Yes.
And it says it's only using 1.6% of your CPU.
Yeah.
So that should mean everything works, right?
Yeah, we are massively working after... Like I say, after we did it last week, we tried to really work on it to try and work out which bit goes where with the setup. So it is still a work in progress, but I'm very pleased to be able to do this because that way all the funny shit we say to you can be in beautiful Technicolor, he says as I go. So it still doesn't like the...
anything.
No.
Yeah, it doesn't like playing things.
I have to think about this a bit more.
Yeah. Oh, well, it is what it is.
Anyway.
We won't use those things this week, and then I'll put them over the top if we need them for anything else, or for the final 4K inning.
Yes.
Oh no, it really struggled with just life.
Yeah, it didn't struggle with life last week. Listen, if it all goes terribly wrong, it does. This is live, and by the way, I have to say, I love our little podcast. I love all the bits at the beginning that you've done with the little hand holding, the TikTok kind of, the phone thing, all that sort of stuff. I think it's super professional, and I love what we're doing, but it does mean in order to make it look like that, we have to keep doing stuff. So
we keep trying to push the envelope.
Yeah.
And the envelope is saying, what?
What are you doing?
Why are you pushing me, you prick?
Just leave me alone.
Leave it.
Put a letter in me.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Couldn't help but notice a lot of apps uploaded on the RSS today. Well, in that case, your RSS is slow because I did that yesterday. The podcast archive and the YouTube archive is up to date.
Oh, nice.
I caught up with that, and I did a TikToking as well.
Yes,
I decided to make a TikTok.
You did,
and I'm quite happy with it, if I do say so myself.
And if I may say, for you, it's excellent. It's really good.
Thank you.
And we put it up. It's on TikTok. It's on Instagram. Go and find it. Share it. Tell other people about it. Sharing's the fucking motherload, Jeremy, and all of you.
Literally, if you want to help this show out, all you have to do is like things when you see them, share them when you see them, and if you're going out for a walk or to the shops or anywhere, just leave an old episode of DGMS running on your TV or on your laptop.
I thought you were going to say, take an old episode and show it to someone on the street.
Yeah.
Look at this.
I mean, that would definitely help.
Be amazing.
Look at this, it's fucking amazing. That'll
Shut
definitely
up, mate.
help spread the world. But, I mean, help get our watch hours up on YouTube and stuff by just running an episode when you're not there. And then watch it again when you get home so that you can remind yourself of how cool it was.
But yeah, everything's moving forward. Lots of things moving forward. And here we are in the dry and the warm, and I hope that wherever you are, you're sitting at home with maybe a big mug of cocoa or just a glass of wine or whatever you're wherever you're drinking in your cozy houses.
If we were really slick, that would be when we would cut to a scene of someone sat in the rain, like on their phone. Well, I'm fucking not.
Yeah. Someone who's down by the harbour arm and a big wave just comes over the top. But I like to think that everyone's just relaxed and at home because it's not very hot and warm quite yet in the world. It's quite rainy and windy and horrible.
I reflected this week on just how fucking cold and wet and miserable this March has been compared to previous.
Yeah.
Other Marches have been much better. And this one is shit.
Lousy smarch weather. Aletha has gone to show choir, which means she's had to walk half an hour that way in the cold, and it's just started raining. I'm like, oh shit.
That's what you get for going out instead of staying in and watching DGMS.
Stay in the warm.
You get winded and rained on.
Yes, thank you, anonymous gift subber, and thank you also to known Will and Tamsin and known Tamsin for bittying it up. Thank you so much for dropping all these bits and
Not
pieces
to be confused with Gnome Will and Gnome Tamsin,
who are garden gnome versions of both of them.
Yes, they're sat with the person in the rain watching us on their phones, lamenting
a little
life.
fishing rod.
They're the best gnomes. Like, have you got a favourite gnome? Mine's the one with the fishing rod. Because it's just so futile.
I quite like a cheeky gnome that may be pulling a small tiny moon, basically, which I've seen.
Oh yeah,
which is weird.
As in like an actual moon. He's like
just dragging it along,
pulling a spatial body. Or do you mean like getting his arse out?
Well, now that I think about it, getting his arse out would make more sense.
That would definitely be cheeky in more ways than one.
If I thought it was a gnome for Will, hopefully he would be drinking a glass of wine, and a gnome of Tamsinaki would be crocheting something.
Or both of them would be watching DGMS on their phones.
On their phones. And sharing it with
the
someone.
DGMS gnome coming to a garden centre near you, probably never.
So much stuff to talk about tonight. We actually did find some confessions to talk about. It's coming up very soon. We're going to put things in the sea. So if you want to put things in the sea, you might want to use the Sea-gestion channel points redemption to put things in the sea. Obviously, we're going to look at some Am I the Arseholes later, and maybe a Tifu.
A singular Tifu.
Yeah, and we might ask you how you're going at some point, but
possibly. Yeah.
I have to say, though, the weekend, I'm just going to drop this in now. This is not a This Is Happening thing, but I have to say, we went to the wrestling at the weekend.
We did.
I just wanted to bring it up now because, like, why the fuck not? But, like, me and you and Aletha went to Rumble Wrestling at Hawkinge. For those people who aren't local, Hawkinge is ultimately part of Folkestone, just up the hill. So going up to their community centre to watch a bunch of guys smash each other in the...
Well, you say a bunch of guys. Like...
Several.
How do you define a bunch? I mean, several might even be pushing it a bit too much. How do you define several? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a roster of 6 guys plus a mummy.
Yeah. And when we say like oh my god.
And no, I'm not exaggerating when I say a mummy. It was literally a dude in like rags with a luchador mask on that was just completely white.
Not 5 guys.
Not 5. No. 6. Although we did see those 6 guys multiple times.
Yeah, it was incredible. They brought out a tournament. So there's going to be a tournament of 4 people. So the first 3 matches were like semi-final, final. So we saw all those guys a couple of times, and then later on, the main champion came on to fight the masked mummy because heaven forbid the masked mummy got loose. And the main guy just kept encouraging us to shout, "We want more." And I wasn't convinced, Jeremy, that I did want more.
I don't think I did, no. I mean, I was thoroughly encouraging him to like shake the mummy's hand and try and be civil with the mummy, but he wasn't really having that.
He was the head good guy. He was the head face. He was the main baby face of the whole setup.
The face of the company.
Yes.
And he wouldn't even shake a mummy's hand.
And his enemy was all the way from Egypt, the masked mummy. And I'm like, oh shit, Jeremy. And
I mean, that was the problem. They blew all their budget on shipping in this mummy from Egypt. Do you know how much a flight from Egypt costs nowadays? Why didn't you just ship someone from like Sittingbourne or
Yeah.
Bromley or something. Like, that's a
The
lot
masked,
closer. It would
the
cost
masked
you
doll
less.
scum or something like that. You know, that would be cheaper. Imagine it coming all the way to lose to some guy who's shouting, "We want more, we want more," and he's looking. By the way, every time he shout, "We want more," he kind of turned to our side. He never looked on the other side. We were on a good side.
We were on the camera side,
the hard camera
if you will.
side.
Not that they were filming it,
But
or that it warranted filming. But we were on the camera side,
were.
and therefore, as we were, sat there drinking,
front row,
and generally being loud, obnoxious
Dickheads.
pricks, we were eye contacted very regularly by Sid Manelli, and encouraged to shout, "We want more."
I don't want to, and I never want to be a guy. I always want to do whatever they want me to do. I want to get involved if they're being stupid, and one of the heels was squirting us with water. We're all getting into that. Got to get into
it. The first 2 times.
Yeah. I didn't want any more.
By the 6th, 7th, 9th time, I was like, "No, mate. Like, if I want more, I'll let you know." Okay.
You're gonna know if I want more.
You just carry on,
and I'll tell you.
And we'll dictate the more wanting. Thanks, as an audience.
We are hardened wrestling watchers,
yes.
And I've watched much wrestling, and maybe you as well. And what everyone should know, if you don't know already, is the audience dictates quite a lot of what's going on. So if they think something's shit, it's like comedy. You'll get the feedback.
Yeah, although it's slightly different in wrestling, because the worst feedback you can get in wrestling is silence.
Yeah.
If you're being booed, great.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
a boo is just as good as a cheer. But if you are not hearing anything,
if you're hearing crickets,
then you've got a problem. And I think that was partly why Sid decided to just make some noise and encourage us to "We want more." And,
also, I think he knows what SCPW knew, which is that people can just resort to kind of just sitting there and watching for a bit. And in a room with only 100 people in it, that turns to silence pretty quick.
Yes.
So they probably said, "Listen, you've got to work the crowd a bit, otherwise you're not going to get, But who doesn't like a good squirt? I got squirted.
It's very true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't get squirted. Oh no, I did actually. It was like a passing squirt.
You got basically. We were quite close to each other.
Yeah, I got your splashback from when you squirted.
I got the main brunt of the squirt.
Yeah. You were the squirtee.
Yeah.
And I was just squirt adjacent.
That's what happens when you say "we want more." You get squirted. But I went over to the merchandise stand, and there was a Sid Manelli T-shirt, and it says "We want more, we want more," and I'm like, "That's your phrase?" I mean, I had no real problem with him, as it were, but
he was decent enough. But yeah, long story short,
too late.
The wrestling was fine.
Okay,
I did enjoy it, and that probably was aided by the fact that I took a hip flask full of rum with me.
Yeah, you did.
And I drank the entire thing at the wrestling. And by the time we left the wrestling, 2 hours later, I was pretty damn smashed, actually.
And we had a bottle of wine, and it was just... And I was wearing my BCW T-shirt.
You were, yeah.
And Aletha was wearing the Stable T-shirt from the stable at the Horse of Nope and $$ Shrek. And
they definitely could have got the Horse of Nope in instead of that fucking mummy.
Oh, my God. Part of me really wants to be a wrestler now, just so I can be the Horse of Nope.
Why not?
Why the fuck not?
Yeah.
Go and job to fucking everyone. I don't give a shit. They'll fly me in. I'll job to whoever they want. I'll stare at the lights for anyone.
If they're willing to fly in a mummy from Egypt, then they'll take you to, I don't know, Margate or wherever the fuck they're going.
I'd love to be a horse of... We were talking about how much I want to, and I know that Tom wants to, or maybe he doesn't want to as much, but I think he would like to make BCW a real promotional thing with all daft fucking characters. I would love it. I wonder if I can speak to the guy at SCPW and go like, how does it work? How do we put one together?
Yeah.
Is it just a management thing? By which I mean, is it just management and money? I.e., you hire the people, you hire the thing, you get some public liability, and away you fucking go. I mean,
I think that pretty much is it. Yeah.
We've just fucking solved it. I'm going to write this down.
It's probably the money aspect of the public liability and the storage of all of the equipment, like the ring and all that kind of stuff, when you're not doing the show. But
yeah,
I mean, you've got a wing spare in Borton Towers for
the wrestling wing.
The wrestling wing.
Yeah,
very nice.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with the cross-faced chicken wing.
No, it's a very tasty. I'll have Margaret set up the ring and take it down again to see how long it takes her to do it on her own.
Yeah,
we can't afford to pay anybody extra.
No, not at this early stage.
No. See if she can get it up and get it down, and see how long it takes her, and then maybe we can set up our own.
And if she can't get it up or get it down, there's probably some pill for that.
Oh, certainly, just like a pill. I really, really, really want to run BCW. It would be daft shit. Because what I've learnt, right, Jeremy, is that those guys at that wrestling promotion, as I'm sorry, Rumble Wrestling, if you're watching, it was terrible. But like those guys that watched it will turn out and hand money over for what was effectively quite a subpar
basically
organisation.
If you bring wrestling to Hawkinge, people will turn up.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what it is.
You'll get 100 people.
And, you know, like when we were walking out and we were just waiting to go, there was this like girl that came out and she was just off the wall excited about what she'd just seen.
She was amped.
And I'm like, okay, well, you know, clearly the younger generation don't give a fuck about the actual quality.
No, they don't give a shit what's going on.
And actually, in the in-ring stuff was decent enough.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Mummy aside.
Mummy notwithstanding.
Yeah.
But the other thing was the kids love to high-five the wrestlers. And really what it is the kids get brought along and the good guys wrestle. Good guys high-five everybody. And the bad guys
squirt you with water.
Are amazing heels.
And like call you a watered down version of a cunt because they can't call a kid a cunt, apparently.
I would change that in BCW.
Yeah. If you actually start BCW, I will bring some barriers. We've got to keep the fucking riff-raff away from the ring. That was just...
It would be amazing. We'd all be in-ring talent.
Yeah.
We'd all have to come in and make... Oh, my God, it would be the greatest
I'm not taking
thing.
any bumps, though. I'll just punch people and they can take the bumps.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I'll be the Hulk Hogan of BCW. But not actually Hulk Hogan, because that's a copyrighted character.
Yeah.
Welcome in Ali. Welcome in Karis. Welcome in anyone else who is hanging around silently. You're very welcome here on this Tuesday night, which, yes, is always when we do Don't Get Me Started.
Yes. But thanks very much. I'm glad you think that the camera is good. It should be looking good. Should be looking much better. Hannah's here.
Wow. Checks time. That's early for her. Well done.
Yeah, it's good.
And fuck Shed Store.
Fuck Shed Store. So, yes, if you've got something to put in the C, get it in the C in the Channel Point Redemptions. If you've got stuff you want to say haps and naps, stick them in that. All that jazz. But, Jez, do you want to talk a little bit about some confessions we found?
Sure, yes.
Can I just say also, if you have any confessions and you want to send them to us, didn't we set up, and by we, I mean Harmstone, set
Correct.
up a kind of a form.
A Google form.
Google form.
Yeah,
I don't know where that resides.
You can anonymously submit your confessions and we'll read them out, yeah.
Because I went on the Reddit confessions thing. I don't want to tell you about the content of them, but they are pretty dark and not funny.
Yeah, very not funny, which is not what we're going for.
It's basically all the confessions on the Reddit confessions thing are all people having a terrible time with life.
Yeah.
And they're all just like, everything's going wrong for me. And I'm like, this is not the hilarious cat swapping adventures we were looking for.
No.
You know?
No. I think we peaked really with the cat swap.
Yeah, we're never going to get better than cat swap. By the way, I was cutting that up so we could put it into a TikTok. And
There's the form. Thank you.
There's the form. If you have a confession, even if you want to make one up, I don't give a shit. Make it up. We won't know. It doesn't matter.
The amount of made-up Tifus we've read on this show, it really doesn't matter.
Make it up. Just you wait. Someone reveal they've done a baby swap.
Yes. Fruit Bat, write it right now.
Write it. But yeah, the confessions thing online just got a bit kind of unfunny. So if you do find a good confession or make one up yourself, just that's light-hearted and hilarious. But yeah, I was cutting it up on for TikTok, and I was reading all the things that Tamsinaki was saying, and Tamsinaki was just so unhappy. She's like, kill a man, murder him, fucking hope he dies. I was like, imagine, and we made a joke, like, hope he goes to a bar, and then, no, she'll go to a bar and find another man and replace her husband. And she was like, hopefully it'll be a no-kill, hopefully it won't be a no-kill bar, blah, blah, blah. I was like, shit me. Tamsin's not happy.
Can I ask someone with headphones what the sound quality is like? Because we do seem to be peaking quite a lot, and I just want to know whether that is being reflected on the stream or not. And we haven't changed that setup at all.
So that should be the same.
So it should be the same, but it does seem like things are going a bit
I
nuts.
spy with my lie two massive Kents. Harley, welcome in. Hope you're doing well, all the way down in the place where you live.
Sounds a little grainy. I'll just turn the gain down, I think is the...
I was fucking livid. She was so unimpressed. And what makes that funnier is just how funny I found it. I found it super amusing. I mean, a cat's a cat, Tamsin. Do you know what I mean? Seen one cat, seen them all.
There you go. I think that's probably settled it now. We are firmly in the top of the yellow, which is where we need to be.
Yeah, Harley, are you in Texas or are you in England? Is the question. Really is basically the entire
That's
question.
the only question.
That's the only question.
Yeah, let us know how that is, Harmstone, or whoever said it, Hannah. How things are now. If you're on headphones, you'll appreciate it a bit more. But yeah. Right. Yes. Confession. We don't have any stings this week because it breaks things, so we'll have to do our own stings.
Okay.
So
do we have a confession?
I do. It's right there.
Do you?
It's in my mind. I know exactly what it's going to be.
Is this the Metallica confession? Oh no, it wasn't Metallica.
It was Metallica.
Was it Metallica?
Okay. Yeah. This is my confession. That's the sting.
It's not a long sting, but it is accurate. Don't stand so close to me. Welcome in, James 31.
Don, semicolon, stand so close, top me. I agree.
Donkey. He's going to Texas. He'll be flying into Texas by tomorrow night.
Harley, do me a favour, mate. I would like a San Antonio Brahmas t-shirt, please.
Size
XL, because I'm fat at the moment.
Will do, motherfucker. No dice, cunt.
It's basically those are the chances.
It's
a 50-50 chance, really, of him telling me to fuck off or not. So.
Will do, motherfucker, or no dice, cunt.
Yeah. I think it should be Usher confession. I think you should shut the
Usher.
fuck up. There will be no Usher on this show.
No.
I don't need my pen. I keep getting my pen out for these things. I don't need it.
I like just tapping it.
Yes, that is very studious and fastidious. Anyway, confessions. What is the confessions segment, Alex?
Well, it's where we find amusing confessions where people say they've done a thing and then we read them out and we laugh at them. Now, today we've got quite a lot of bite-sized confessions. Like little tiny mini Cornish pasty-sized confessions.
Morsel confessions.
Yeah, like a vol au vent that someone might offer you.
Or that, but less cunty.
Do you know what? I've always suspected that the stuff in vol au vents are shit. Because they always look fishy and crappy. I'm never too sure what you're giving me in a vol au vent.
I don't know what a vol au vent is. I thought it was the bad guy from Harry Potter.
It might be. That was on the back of Quirrell's head in film 1.
Quirrell?
Quirrell. He was the one of the teachers, and he had Voldemort on his head.
I see.
He was. I'm just saying. But
I only had a passing interest in it, and then it transpired that
trans is the word.
that Rowling's a massive turf, and
you won't have any.
Even more than that, she is just an unabashed cunt to everybody, not just the transgender community now. So fuck her, fuck Harry Potter, not literally. Go fuck everything. Now then, confessions.
Confessions.
Shall I kick off?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Try one. Try one for size, Jeremy.
Let's see what we think of this one. Forgive me, dickheads, for I have sinned.
That's how they all start.
When visiting New York, the wife and I had a routine each night when we ate out. I'd propose to her, and she'd tearfully accept. Americans being Americans would hoop and cheer, and occasionally the restaurant would let us eat for free. We'd been married 8 years. See, Reddit, are you listening? That's the level we're at, okay? That's what we want.
What kind of eating out are we... Hey, what kind of... I'm not surprised they whooped.
What kind of eating out are we talking here?
Hey, what kind of eating?
Hey, I'm eating out here.
I was gonna say... Oh, dear. I believe this, says Harley, who has a reasonably decent amount of American knowledge. Mm-hmm. If this happened in Texas, do you think you'd get... People would just fire guns into the air, wouldn't they, Harley? If this was in downtown LA, it'd be more like an Uzi or something like that. Probably they probably don't fire those in Texas. I mean, but yes, in America, maybe it's a good thing to do. I've never ever done this.
Never have I ever.
Never have I ever pretended to be getting engaged to potentially get a free meal.
Yeah, I might try it next time we're out.
Yeah, we should.
That's like sounds like an easy free meal.
They'd set up a mini rodeo. Everything's mini. Mini confessions, mini Voldemorts, mini Voldemorts. Yeah.
I can use my pen now because I can cross that one out to signify that I have completed the reading of that confession.
They say that's a confession. I mean, it's a good confession, but that seems like a life hack that everyone should be. I'm surprised when people go onto the plane. Sometimes people go onto planes and they dress up really nicely, as if to sell people. And sometimes it is their honeymoon, but sometimes I think people go on as if to go, it's our honeymoon, and they go, well, off you go to business class. Type thing.
Yeah. We've got a spare seat in first class. How about it?
So if you want to not dress up in a hoodie and jeans and stuff, if you want to like dress up really nicely in some sexy post-wedding style clothes and try your luck, it seems like getting married suddenly gives you access to lots of little perks if you're willing to, if you are married. So if you can just fake marriage,
well, you don't even need to do the marriage bit.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Now that we know, wedding flash mob though, yeah. It still has to happen.
And once it does happen, then it will have happened.
Yes.
And during the process of it, you can say, this is happening.
That's true. I wonder what stuff we can get for our fake wedding flash mob thing.
The problem is you've got to organise it in advance, fake or not. So
yeah,
you're not going to get anything really. Yeah. I'm trying this on my flight solo now. I'm getting married today. Oh, we got married today. We're on our honeymoon.
He could just say, I'm on my way to Texas to get married.
Yes. That's not a first classable upgrade though, is it? No. Maybe you should try, I'm on my way to Texas because I just got divorced. And then they'll be like, you poor motherfucker. Or basically, Harley, I don't think you're getting first class. Sorry.
No. Fake marriage sounds like work. Yeah. Still got to be easy. Still got to be an easy thing to do.
Yes.
Forgive me, dickheads, for I have sinned. At a recent family gathering, my 2-year-old son bemused the crowd by repeatedly shouting, Pickle Lane toy car.
Alex has read ahead. Alex has died.
This is a good one.
Start again. Gather yourself and have another go.
I can't. At a recent family gathering, my 2-year-old son bemused the crowd by repeatedly shouting, Pickle Lane toy car. I denied knowing what he was talking about. What they don't know is that on the way to the venue, I had reason to shout, Pick a lane, Tory cunt, at another road user.
I want to know how he knew.
Oh, God.
That they were a Tory cunt.
I think this is so good.
That's great, isn't it?
I just...
Pickle Lane toy car.
Pickle Lane toy car. We're off to Pickle Lane. Oh, God. I don't know how they knew they were a Tory cunt, but they maybe I don't know.
Maybe it was like a bumper sticker or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Top tier would laugh again. Well, that's going on the poster.
Maybe a bumper sticker. I heart Boris. Or something like that.
Yeah, they definitely get pickle laned. Motherfuckers. Forgive me, dickheads, for I have sinned. After a heavy drinking session I shat the bed. Told the wife it was the dog to avoid embarrassment. The size and stench was so bad that she took him to the vet and found out he was showing early signs of stomach cancer. I inadvertently saved the dog, but I can never take credit.
I can never take credit for it. I saved that dog's life, goddammit.
He'd be dead for stomach cancer were it not for me.
My stinky fucking shit. I can get you.
That is a true confession.
It's a real confession. And there's a little emoji of you loving a dog.
Actually, I think if you look at it closely, what's actually happening is I am laser eyeing people who love dogs. And they're vaporizing on the spot.
Yeah.
That's why you can't see the person. They've already vaporized.
That'll pucker your red eye. Yes. Yes, it would. Forgive me, dickheads, for I have sinned. I can't stop laughing at the other one. It's just brilliant.
Pickle Lane toy car.
Pickle Lane toy car. Do you know what?
I think that's the name of this episode.
I'm gonna shout that relentlessly at people. But anyway, I mean, given the majority that Tories have, there's a fairly reasonable chance that you're going to be shouting at a Tory, I suppose.
True.
And why not just hedge your bets, by the way? Because if they're not a Tory, then they'll be like, I'm not a Tory. And you go, don't worry.
You're still a cunt.
Pass it on.
Half of it was true.
Merch for Pickle Lane. We should get Pickle Lane. Pickle Lane toy car. Forgive me, dickheads, for I have sinned. My girlfriend hates Marmite. I slather my toast with it so she doesn't steal a piece instead of making her own. I also hate Marmite, but I want to eat my toast more.
Top tier thinking. That.
That's a life hack. It's like, I want to eat my stuff, and my girl, oh no, I just want a little bit. I just want a little bit. It's like, I love it that he hates Marmite, but is willing to put up with it.
He clearly doesn't hate it, just dislikes it mildly, I would suggest. Yeah.
Can't remember who the comedian is. I want to say it's Mark Smith, a political comedian from, I want to say, the 90s and 2000s. I don't know if it's Mark Smith. I can't remember his name. But he once said that he would fuck Tony Blair up the arse because he knows that Tony Blair would hate it more than he would. And that's exactly the same thing. It's like, I've done this because I hate it, but I know you'll hate it more.
Back to my usual saying of date people you actually like, please. I mean, I don't think somebody taking your toast is probably grounds to break them up.
Slather.
But he should probably just say, I assume it's a he, they should probably just say to their partner, oi, make your own fucking toast. It's not hard.
Yeah.
Slather.
I should slather it.
Yeah, slather is how you would say it, rather than slather.
Slather.
Yeah, I've never heard slather until it
No, I
came
think
out
you're
of
probably
your mouth
both
just then.
right. But when I said it, it came out of my mouth. And obviously my brain thought it was right.
Yeah.
Slather sounds a bit up north. It's like Doncaster, Astor, Slather. Slather.
No, I don't know. I mean, because you like lather with soap.
Ah,
and
yeah.
stuff,
I don't
you?
lather.
No, you don't lather, but you do lather.
Do lather.
Lather yourself in
Say
soap
it
and
right,
suds and
Frenchie.
stuff.
Tiens, is that right?
Je me bleu, bleu bleu bleu. I just said it. I was saying it.
I was saying it. Je m'appelle Claude. Je me blis bleu.
I'd like it if someone made me some toast, says Lady Sora. Welcome in.
I have a friend.
No, you don't. That's just a lie. Why lie to us? It's confessions, Alex. Just tell us the truth.
I paid someone to be my friend once.
There it is. Right, carry on.
And they told me that there is a club up in Manchester, I think, called Toast. And at the end of the night, when you leave, they give you some toast as you're going.
Sign me up. Literally
Right?
the only thing worth going to Manchester for at this point.
I think she said that
great.
either that or when she was at university, but I'm pretty sure it's an old club in Manchester. But anyway, yeah, you You go to dance, do the thing, and as you leave, there's just somebody handing out. They're just making toast upon toast upon toast and handing it to people.
I was gonna say they're making it on the door, otherwise it's gonna be cold by the time.
Yeah,
it gets to
presumably,
the
like
people,
as you're leaving, when everyone's being chucked out at 3:00 in the morning, whatever time, right? You just get there at 2:20, 2:45. You just stick.
Yeah, I mean, if you've done the clubbing bit right, you probably don't care whether your toast is cold or not.
You just
like,
as you're leaving.
Toast.
Isn't that just student accommodation? I do want to. I think that would be amazing. To do a club like that.
Yeah.
Toast.
Yeah, I would have really appreciated, if the Mexican bar had handed us a piece of toast on the way out.
It might have been a student union thing. Maybe it was a student union thing across many, many universities. My friend had said it.
You read it on the internet.
That my friend that I paid for sent me.
Yes.
Go for it.
Forgive me, dickheads, for I have sinned. My organization decided that the statement at the end of all email signatures should also be in Welsh to be inclusive. As the only Welsh speaker, I translated and added at the end the words, "Here be dragons." The whole organization had this on their email for years now. Oh, for 4 years now, sorry. The whole organization has had this on emails for 4 years now.
There be dragons. Here be dragons.
Here be dragons.
I didn't do this, but I wish I had. Probably I would have lost my job if I had done it. But when I was at immigration, they asked me to do, I think I said this before, do sign language for someone who needed me to do sign language for, who was a passenger coming in, basically, who was deaf. They needed sign language. And someone told them, oh, Alex can do sign language. Now, I don't know if the person that said that to the chief immigration officer was thinking, this will be hilarious. But when someone came up to ask me, I was like, oh, shit. I could just go down and start doing whatever I wanted. And then they'll do stuff back to me. And I'll be like, yeah, coming in for 2 weeks. Coming to see the Louvre. Nah, fuck off, mate. That's in France. And then just like kick them out. It would have been amazing. It'd just be so good. But
have you seen the auto completed signs or like the auto translated signs?
No.
There was a sign put up in Welsh, and it had the English, and then the Welsh bit underneath. If you actually translated, it said, "The translator is out of the office until April the 5th." Please send an email after this date.
It's also translated sent from my iPhone, wasn't it? The Christian Society of my uni used to hand out the most tepid hot chocolate at the end of student union night.
Well, it couldn't be hot chocolate, could it? You might burn yourself. And there's a liability issue there.
The Christian Society, bloody Christian. Christian Union has come up before on this.
Christian!
Christian!
At last, you're on your own.
So that's why my deaf friend was refused entry. Nice one.
You're welcome.
Listen, keeping your shores safe from
deaf people.
Deaf people.
Bloody deaf people coming over here, not listening to us.
Yeah. Forgive me, dickheads, for I have sinned. I recently went... By the way, I can't imagine what my brother or my father will make of, like, taking the sacrament of confession words and fucking them about. If my dad knew I had a section that started, "Forgive me, dickheads, for I have sinned," I'd be out of the fucking will, Jeremy. It's ridiculous. If Stephen knew I was saying, "Forgive me, dickheads," oh my God, what am I doing? Anyway, forgive me, dickheads, for I have sinned.
And he's out of the will.
It is 3 years since my last confession. I recently went into a supermarket to get a snack. As I had some actual money in my wallet for a change, I thought I would pay cash. I got a nice, crispy £10 note out, and instead of passing it to the assistant, I tapped it on the card payment machine.
Slow clap.
Yeah.
It's been 3 years since my last thrush infection.
And your mum would say it's terribly silly. She'd be like, "You should read more God books."
But not that one by that woman.
Karen Armstrong.
That's her. Yeah.
I sometimes when I'm coming home and I've got my keys out, and I've just come out of my car and I press the car to, the key fob to lock the car.
The
I
lock
come
button.
up. The lock button, yeah. I use the unlock bottom.
He's hoping for a good night there. He presses the unlock bottom button and then just hopes that it worked.
Number of times I've been with a girl and I've pressed
Unlock bottom!
yes!
And nothing's happened.
Listen, more often than you'd think.
You get a slap.
I do, but that's fine. That's acceptable as well. That would have been the next button. The unlock button of my key, my car
try and
key,
open the door.
to try and open the front door.
Yeah, it
I've just gone click, and then I feel like an idiot, and I think I won't tell anyone this.
Do you know what I do? Almost every week when I come here,
Yeah,
I lock my car,
yeah.
and then I find my door key to come up to your door, and I'm like, this is not my house.
I don't have to do that.
I don't need that.
I
do it all the time. It's my stupid brain.
So yeah, I think also sometimes if I've got something that's too big or too small or something like that, and it's a real hard copy of a piece of paper, especially a map, sometimes I will pinch zoom a real piece of paper.
I can't see it.
And I've just got one time, not too long ago, at work, somebody had sent me something and it was too small, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And I went, "Oh, stop, no."
No, I just engage manual zoom. That's what I do. Forgive me, dickheads, for I have sinned. I'm a bus driver.
That is the end.
Yeah. Sorry about your damn luck. I'm a bus driver. If I'm having a bad day at work, I'll look in the mirror while driving and mutter to myself, "You're all cunts, aren't you?" And then tap the brakes twice so that they all nod. Is that again? That's top level thinking.
This is, I didn't know how good these were all going to be. Not to criticize your research methods, but sometimes we find shit on the the internet that's really not good. But oh my god, these guys are fucking. Oh, these guys are brilliant. I love this. That's such a good one.
It's a good one, isn't it?
I love it. You're all cunts, aren't you? And they're like. Oh my god. Forgive me. Oh my god, it's all downhill from here. Forgive me, dickheads, for I have sinned. When my boss pisses me off, I offer him a coffee and make it extra hot by boiling the milk and putting it in the microwave after, and sit and watch him burn his mouth. That's quite cruel, really. When my boss pisses me off, I offer him coffee and make it extra hot by boiling the milk and put it in the microwave. So he microwaves the coffee to make it super hot. I wonder if the boss probably notices that.
Yeah. Isn't that assault? I think that's assault.
Well, listen, they can't all be slam dunks, but I think...
Do you put a salt in your coffee?
Never.
Forgive me, dickheads, for I have sinned. I literally have no idea what I'm doing at work, and I've been here 8 months. I just sit and edit a fake Excel spreadsheet to make myself look busy.
Was that my true confession that I'm...
Signed, Alex Borton. Yes, indeed.
Man, he just goes in, plays around with an Excel spreadsheet, and goes home. That sounds like what Creed does in the American Office. He basically comes in and just doesn't do anything, and then goes home.
Isn't that what everybody does?
To a degree.
The number of people out there who are who don't know what they're doing in their role, or have been promoted such that they no longer know how to do their role. The Peter Principle motherfuckers. Yeah, so many of them out there.
8 months. Unbelievable.
It's been 8 months since they opened a spreadsheet.
I mean, if you can get away with that, but what kind of job have you got where no one's checking? Have you done that thing? And you go, yeah.
Well, you tell us, Alex.
Oh, well, I guess you can get along with it for quite some time. Although I actually do have things that I do. This person, what's going on with their
Control-C, Control-V. There you go.
I once played Football Manager for a whole shift at a recruitment office on my personal laptop, and no one ever knew. It was exhilarating. My mate at work just watches films on his laptop, and I sometimes want to listen to a YouTube video. I don't need to see the guy going blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
I just need it as a podcast. But sometimes I put it on and then I leave it on and I can see it going. And I think, I shouldn't really be watching this because I'm doing work. And I'm like, oh yeah, I guess that's a good point. And I'll look, but it's playing, right? And then I'm thinking, no, I don't want it playing. I just want to listen to it because if anyone comes along, then they'll be like, why are you watching stuff? And I'll be like, well, I'm not watching it. I'm just using it for the thing. And they'll be like, okay, fine. But like the guy behind me is just like watching the Lord of the Rings. And I'm like, I think I'll be okay. Listening to my stuff on a YouTube. Like, I think I'll be okay listening to a podcast. If that's the standard.
Yeah. When I worked in a call center, I would have certain techniques to get me through the day, or to get numbers up, or to make sure that I finished like dot on time. So basically, if I needed to be on a long call but I didn't actually want to talk to anybody, I would call Cineworld in Bishop Stortford, because their like automated system was just fucking stupid and relentless and just kept sending you back and forth all the time. So I would literally just call them, and I'd be on the phone for 10 minutes and would actually do nothing. And they'd be like, wow, that's a good call number when you look at the list of calls made at the end of the day.
It's clever.
Yeah. Or and there were various numbers that I would call because I tried calling them before and I knew that they wouldn't answer, but it's still an attempted call.
So
yeah.
Did you have to make a certain amount of attempted calls, or a certain amount of...
You had to attempt a certain amount of calls, and you had to have connected a certain amount of calls and all that kind of thing, and talking to people. So I just...
Did they care who you called, basically?
Well, yeah, they did. They would hope that you got like 30 good leads out of stuff at the end of the day, but if you'd made 107 calls, then you tried, man. There's nothing you can do about it.
We're calling.
Yeah, I would have several phone numbers that I would just call, and they wouldn't answer because I knew they would never answer. Only once did that come back and bite me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like the reason that they didn't answer the phone most of the time was that they were at work. But then one day I called and they were off sick, so they answered the phone, and I was like, "Oh, hi, man, how's it going?"
I'm Jeremy from Cold Calling Cunts PLC. Have you got a few minutes to speak to me? Whatever the script says.
I didn't. I was so taken aback. I was like, sorry, guy, wrong number. Take that off my list. Don't actually want to talk to people. I don't want to actually do my job. I'm just here for the money.
I've never worked in that sort of place, actually. So.
Yeah. Cold calling is a punishment from God. It is. It's pretty toxic. Yeah.
One time, my friend messaged me to tell me he had just cold called my dad.
Nice.
I mean, in my head, I'm like, how would you know? But I mean, I know it sounds stupid because, like, when you're calling a lot of people...
A lot of the time, the information will pop up.
Oh, okay, yeah, I didn't know that. I'm thinking, is it just the accent? Because, like, I know what my brother sounds like really well, but...
Most of the time when you do cold calling, you've got the information of who you think you're calling right there. So, yeah, because it's just from other leads and stuff. And then when I worked for Sky, doing their, like, phone call customer service... I would basically spend the time explaining to them how they could get a lot more value for money by not having Sky and just using other services, and how they can make the most of like
their lives.
Else. Yeah.
Honestly, working in an office is 25% work, 75% wasting company time.
Yeah.
I mean, I disagree. I work 100% of the time, and I'm excellent at it. But I appreciate that those averages might be different outside.
For posterity, in every one of these jobs I went in there with the intention of working, but then the bosses, managers decided to be cunts. And so if you're going to be a cunt to me, I'm going to find every way possible to not work and still get paid for it. Just the way it is. If you treated me well, you'd have a productive worker on your hand. Now I work for myself, so obviously I don't get anything done.
No,
because my boss is such a prick.
Hashtag Alex for Pope. I still maintain I'll be a good Pope. My dad disagrees. Hey, it's Rue. Welcome in. Put all the oohs in the bag and get on your Nico knees. Been a long time, Alex and Hatman.
I'm a hat man.
Welcome in, Rue. It's good to see you.
I'm not going to get down on my neck knees though, because I'm getting old and it takes a while to get up. So I'll sit here if you'll forgive me.
I having not done the Thursday stream in quite a while now, kind of makes me well, obviously really miss it. And what I also miss when I think about it is all the kind of shit that happened on those various non-DGMS streams and all these kind of silly things that happen. And actually, Rue's catchphrase is something that I've missed. So I'm glad it turned up today.
We probably are missing a trick a little bit by not doing our individual streams as well, because I'm sure there are still people out there who don't know that we now do this on a separate channel and just like, well,
I guess they stopped.
They fucking disappeared, haven't they? Where have they gone?
Yeah, I realised that, but
also, they'll be there when we do go back. And
yeah, I also worked out in a way that I think we got everyone that we needed, and
if you're here, congratulations, we needed you. If you're not here, go fuck yourself.
You know, I was talking about this the other day in just general terms about the way streaming works, and I wanted to stop doing things like Gartic. And those people, when I didn't do Gartic,
those people were never going to come.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Anyway.
They only wanted to come to a game that you were running. And so I feel that all the people that are here for the chat are probably here, is what I mean to say.
Oh man, Jesus, yeah. I miss the hashtag United stands.
I don't, says Armstein. Well, Freddie came across to this. We have seen Freddie on this. I don't know where Freddie's gone.
He doesn't like me.
Do you think he doesn't like you?
Oh, he definitely doesn't like me. Because reasons, like, I mean,
you're not likable.
I get it, yeah. But, he doesn't. He definitely doesn't like me. Because he also followed me and then turned up to one stream and then promptly unfollowed me. So I'm like, yeah, mission accomplished.
I don't like you either.
It's probably because I said that soccer is shit.
Hashtag United is shit.
What the fuck is hashtag United? And like Daughtry, the greatest rock band of all time. And he was probably like, "Yep, that's the trifecta. I'm out of here."
Well, one of these days we will get back to Thursday. We will. But you know, I'm not rushing towards it because I've got shit to do for this. But it's all good. It's
because Jez is a staunch supporter of # United, bro. That's going in the sea. That Americans call the #.
Do they?
What? That's going in the sea. Remind me.
Well, listen, I don't have to remind you very much because I suggest we move swiftly along.
Okay, I'm not going to push the button. So, are we going to do a live rendition?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. You ready?
Yeah, sure. Do we count us in, or do you just want to go for it?
You can count us in. You're the musician.
1, 2, 3.
Won't you come with me? Gonna yeet it in the sea. Won't you come with me? Gonna throw it in with glee. If you really, really hate it and you love to desecrate it, won't you come along with me and put it in the sea? Nailed it first time.
Yeah, that's good. I forgot that was what I got said. This is a segment called Get in the Sea, where we put shit in the sea that we just simply don't want on the land anymore. That's a place where we exist. We're sending stuff to Godzilla and other things, basically. How the fuck did you do that? We know it. We know it.
Yeah. And to be fair, I would like to... No, I wouldn't like to say... I would generally say, yeah, well, when we recorded this thing, it took us a bunch of attempts to actually like sync up and get it right. But no, we'd literally pressed record, sung it. I'm like, right, that's that then. Done. I'll go and put some graphics to that.
So, Hannah has put one in there. So have we got some from last week as well?
I think there was one put in last week.
Okay.
Allow me to scroll and see what we have. So there's Haps and Naps. That was from the week before. So this one is the first one. Something to put in the sea. A suggestion from Mudge Harmy. People who claim Irish heritage because their grandfather's great-uncle Brian came from County Mayo for St. Patrick's Day / shenanigans-related reasons. Yes, this is a pet peeve of mine as well. Just generally, like American people that think that they are Irish because 12 generations ago there was a little bit of Irish in the family. It's like, no, if you were born in America and your dad was born in America and your granddad was born in America... You're American, mate. There's like, it doesn't carry that far. If you want to say I'm like 1/10% Irish, then fine, be a cunt. But generally, you're not Irish. Go fuck yourself. Get the fuck in the sea.
When Brexit happened, and we were all gonna have change all our passports up and stuff like that, and as it was all going through, I have Irish relatives.
Yeah, who fucking doesn't?
Right. And reasonably close ones as well.
I know. I've got like American Irish.
Oh no, I
relatives.
have my
Like my great grandparents' generation.
I
were
don't know
Irish.
what the next connection up, but I suspect it's my grandparents, I think. Or is it my great grandparents were Irish? Or sorry, my great uncle was Irish or something like that. So there's an Irish side. They lived in Ireland, did loads of strange Irish things. Irish things. They really did do a lot. My auntie Molly
Put potatoes on sticks and varnish them and that kind of thing.
My great aunt Molly was Irish. All of that stuff is connected to Irish Ireland. My cousins are Irish. So I was thinking at Brexit time for me to get an Irish passport, and I called up my dad and said, "Hey, this whole Brexit thing." So Auntie Molly, right? She went and he just stopped me there and then. He went, "Stephen already called. It's not happening."
Very nice.
It was like that.
It had to be like parent level.
Yeah. It was so funny that I said, "So great Aunt Molly."
I'm going to stop you there. No.
He said, "Stop you there." I think he said, "Stephen already checked. It's not happening." I'm just like, me and Stephen are just like sitting at home like, hang on a minute. There must have been something good about those guys.
Aren't we all just sat around going, how can I game whatever system it is that I need to game on any given day? Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I want me an Irish passport. Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of why I want the Scottish to be independent, because I can definitely get a Scottish passport.
Yeah?
And if they rejoin the EU, then like, boom.
Yeah.
Easy. Yeah.
But as for this is more connected to people saying they have nonsense connections to Ireland.
It's more Americans saying, I'm Irish.
When they are not.
No, you're not. They don't even say Irish American. They just say, I'm Irish. Like, no, you've never been there in your life. You just drink Guinness one day a year and act like a cunt the rest of it. No, you're not Irish.
So are we putting people who claim to be Irish when they're not in the sea?
We are.
Yes.
Sploosh.
Fucking sploosh.
Imaginary sploosh.
Sploosh.
I mean, we can try and press the button.
Go on, press it.
As long as we're not doing any actual content at the time. So, sploosh. That actually worked a bit better than some of the other ones, to be fair.
Okay.
You can be the judge of that chat, because whenever I do it, like 160p sploosh, fucking Harmstone, honestly. Right, was there any more in that? Harmstone did put some in the chat, but I'd rather find them from here first.
Yeah.
Something to put in the sea from Ben of Absolute Bedlam podcast. Shower heads that slightly move by themselves.
Ghost of the shower. Is that what he means, Jeremy?
No, what he means is he gets in the shower head fucks off, goes and packs its bag and goes to another house. It moves all by itself.
Well, I've had enough of this. I'm going back to my mother's.
And it's cheaper than buying or renting a, neither of those are the words I want to use, hiring a moving company.
Yeah. So what's he talking about? Like, you said it to a certain thing and it just gradually...
goes,
oh, it kind of like...
Yeah. You're like, right, let's put it up there so I get water on my head. Oh, no, I've only got water on my balls. Try again.
I have never... Oh, no, I think I have experienced that. But the one I've experienced more with showers is failing to find the perfect position, especially on showers which are a shower mixer from, like, hot and cold, as it were. And you're trying to kind of go... You're trying to find the position, especially using taps of, like, where the difference is between hot and cold. It's either 222 scalding, i.e. how women like to have showers and baths, or 222 cold, i.e. how my boss likes to have showers. And I want it somewhere in between in the shower, between women and my boss, basically. Would be perfect. But I've never had the
I mean, to be fair,
shower.
Everything you just said went straight over my head, so I can kind of understand why you can't get your shower temperature perfect, because that sounded like fucking science, man.
My parents' shower, something probably adjusts in fractions of it, because I can see the things over there. My parents' shower, you have to adjust in fractions of a millimeter.
Mine is very sensitive.
That's what I'm talking about.
Because I gradually increase the heat of my shower over the course of the shower.
Yeah.
I don't know if
I
other
think
people do that.
yeah.
But, you go in warm just to get your body used to it, and then you just go...
Gradually you can go on.
And then when I'm 45 minutes into my shower, it's really hot.
I looked at it the other day, and it was like it's a square shower, like turner. I can't think of what I'm trying to say. Knob, yeah. So it's square.
How did you forget a knob?
I was in the shower. I should, it's hard to forget. Anyway, and it's square, so you can set it square when it's in the normal position. As you move it further away, obviously it comes off center. And I was looking at it the other day, and I'm like, bloody hell, that looks like it's going to be hot. Let's drag it back down again. And then by the time I got used to it, it was perfectly where it was. And I'm like, but I would never have started a shower with that.
No.
No.
You've got to work up to it.
Um,
Jez doesn't do all that shit in the shower. He just leaves it running for 10 minutes. No, I don't waste the water. When the water's on, I'm in the shower watching a YouTube video.
If you don't have your own sploosh, store-bought is fine.
Who said that?
Hannah.
Well done. That's a good one.
I forgot what the fuck we're talking about. But yeah, I mean, showers... My shower is really good at the moment, not least the fact it's very, very new.
It's brand new, yeah.
Yeah, and it's really great. But some showers are super shit. And Ben's was showers that kind of droop. I don't like showers that the shower... I mean, these are all things you can fix, aren't they, really? Is this the shower's fault, or has Ben just not got to tighten enough?
No, it's the shower that is wrong.
Do you know what I mean? Because if I said to you now that one of the problems I've had in showers in the past is the shower head often has a random annoying bit of water that kinks out to the side.
Yeah,
and
because
it's often,
the thing isn't clean or whatever.
Yeah, then your response would be clean your shower head with some Viacal and stop being a dickhead. So in that response, should we say to Ben, you just fucking screw your fucking shower head, you lazy fuck?
I mean, it depends really, because you are also limited if you're in a rental property. And so you do just kind of need the thing to work, because there's not much you can do about a shit shower in a rental property.
I'm not against it, I'm just...
You did rent that property without testing the shower first, so that's what you get.
This is what you get when you mess with us.
So yeah, we've actually got a decision to make here. Do we want to put that in the sea?
Wonky showers are fucking annoying. I still think it's funny just put wonky showers in the...
Yeah, and I mean...
Just the image alone of them bobbing along, Jeremy.
You're not in control of all showers.
No.
Like if you're in a hotel or whatever, then yeah, it's the shower's fault for sure. So I think...
Put it in the sea.
This is ratified. Hereby... What was the exact wording? Oop, I've clicked on something. Don't fucking click on things. It's broken enough. I've lost it.
Ben, wonky shower.
Shower heads that slightly move by themselves. In the sea. Sploosh.
Sploosh. Sploosh.
No, it did not like that.
Think very careful for the next sea conclusion. It's number 200.
Oh. Well, I mean...
Well, what are there any others on the list? Is it now the ones that he suggested?
We're on to today's now.
So,
something to put in the sea, says James. Jez. We tried this. I say we. Like, he tried this at DGMS 100. And
I tried to rally the people.
There was no appetite for it. And I was saved from the sea. So it's too late now.
And there's no way of anyone doing it now. Because I can't put you in the sea.
No.
For number 200, it's tempting. I don't know how people would do it.
Are dogs back in the sea? Did I put them back in?
They are not currently in the sea, it's my understanding. Oh, go on.
200 looks a little bit like dog, right?
It's beginning to look a lot like dog. I mean, it's my understanding that dogs are not currently in the sea.
Yeah.
And much as I'd love to put Jez in the sea, I just think that needs to happen at WrestleMania, not a fucking house show.
You better not fucking have. I spent £50 on that shit. Yeah, but that was like
that's a long time
almost
ago.
A year ago. They are not currently in the sea. Well,
let's see. Perhaps, I mean, we're not going to put Jez in the sea.
No.
I think that if we are going to put Jez in the sea, right, because we had an opportunity at DGMS, we just didn't manage to kind of
get it across the line.
But I think it should be maybe a sub goal or a money goal for the 24-hour stream. If we hit
to pay,
X amount of money.
To pay for our banger vehicle to take us across Europe.
Like, if it said something like, if we could raise £300 or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, we can work that out. I'm not saying, but say it was that.
A number to put me or you
Or by which I mean meant,
Yeah.
I meant to say or me.
Or you.
Or you.
Yeah, all right.
I love it. I meant to say myself.
It's like, it's not going to be me. I just keep saying, or you relentlessly.
I want my 300 back. Or Jez. Yeah. Or anyone, really. I think it should be like a certain amount of money, then you get to just name the person and we don't have to ratify and they just go straight in the sea.
Yeah.
But and you would imagine they would use that opportunity not to put Reese in, because that would be a pointless waste of that power.
Yeah. But like the minimum like individual donation to put someone in the sea would have to be more than £50, because that precedent was set by Hannah last year to get dogs out of the sea. So it would, like, to just have your pick and to put someone in the sea, it would be more than 50.
I think a cumulative effort I wouldn't be against.
Oh, banding together and just...
Yeah, if once it tips past the thumb, a bit like when anyone does it, but I was going to say when Any Button Gaming does it.
Like a subathon type thing.
Yeah, like a subathon type thing.
Well,
and then...
Watch this space. You may yet get me in the sea, but I didn't hear anybody other than James really want it. So
no.
Thanks, guys.
Who's next on it? It does maybe the 200th will be Hannah's then.
Yeah, maybe. Something to put in the sea, says H-Port's co-workers. Now, there was further context to this. Shall I find it on the Discord?
Yes. They want it, says James. James really, really, really wants it. James has never been this passionate about something since he put paint in my my area.
Oh, paint in your area.
I know. It took me ages to get that out.
I can't get the chat and us up at the same time.
I feel like it should be less, but then it costs more to get it back out again. Listen, let me just say now, I suspect dogs are probably safe, but Jez or I might not be.
We'll see. Here we go. Here is the full suggestion. Petition to put co-workers who do things you could do, but worse, in twice the time and get paid more than you in the sea.
That's
please.
Certainly very specific.
And then... they can get out double in the sea, because then I have to catch it before it goes out and causes carnage. I don't really understand the second bit.
They can. I think that first out should be put is a typo.
No, they can get put double in the sea because then she has to do more work to catch the mistake. I understand now.
I read it the other day and I understood it because
I didn't. Clearly.
It's a very specific thing. Colleagues who aren't just shit colleagues; they're colleagues who are getting paid more than you to do something that you could do.
It is basically...
there are a lot of them about bad colleagues.
Superiors or peers, people at the same kind of rank and file position as you, who are shitter at the job than you, and so it's like, why do they get paid the same as me? This is bullshit. Or people who are paid way more than you, and like, they can't even do that? Seriously? What the fuck? I assume Karis has fallen asleep, otherwise she would have piped in definitely at this point. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think if we can get the wording right, I think this could be the last, the 200th seclusion.
Do you know what? I do kind of get very annoyed with colleagues. And I just the colleague annoyance that I get is largely coming back and forth on emails about stuff where I've explained something and then they come back to me again and again. And just colleagues wasting my time is not, which is kind of the similar thing here.
Are they talking? They're probably wasting your time. Are they existing? They're probably wasting your time. Like, colleagues are the worst.
Inept people are the worst. Inept colleagues are the worst. But the fact they get paid more is just like, it's just another
it's like, come on, man.
Kick in the crotch.
Yeah. The 200th Belfast will be 2024. What?
What's the Belfest? That sounds like a festival of the bells.
I'm confused.
Are you talking about the 200th broadcast? Was that what? Are we talking about like the 200 DGMS is going to be in 2024? Am I misunderstanding what that is?
I don't even think it would be.
I don't think it would.
I think it'll be 2025, depending on...
Yes. Well, I look at this and I would love to have the 200th one next year. Because if we can get to it, we'll get to... Well, it was 119 now.
Which is... So there's not even enough weeks left in the year to do it. So
yeah, I don't even know what week we're in.
Certainly, there aren't more than 90 weeks.
12.
There aren't more
There's
than
probably
80
40
weeks
weeks left.
in the year.
We'll never get to 150. No, we'll get to 150.
No,
We
it'll
might
be
be doing it next year.
2025.
Maybe we could do it Christmas next year. We'd have to throw in a few extra ones. We'll count that one we did the other day.
Oh, there you go. Quick maths. October the 15th, 2024, if you didn't miss a week. So we will.
Yeah, we'll probably miss it.
We'll probably miss a week. So, yeah. Christmas
2024.
Okay,
probably.
yeah. Oh, yeah, maybe it would. Yeah,
Because think
okay,
about
yeah,
things
yeah,
we take
just
off
about.
regularly. Holidays, and you'll be ill for 8 of those weeks. So
It's true.
and I'll
Although
be
I'm on a good streak right now.
Yeah.
I've done quite well in 2023. I've been ill once, and it killed me, literally and figuratively, all at the same time. But other than that, when other people have been ill around me, I have been okay. There you go. Yeah, so co-workers who do things you could do but worse in twice the time and get paid more than you. I kind of like the wording of that.
Let's keep it like that and put them in the sea.
Saploosh!
Saploosh, motherfuckers.
It's mostly working.
I love the fact that I could look along at the water as if it was really here. Special episodes of just Am I the Arseholes and Tifa, just like episodes that are just that. I mean, that might well be happening at like the 24-hour stream. By the way, I had a thought about the 24-hour stream.
Did you?
I know it's going to be a little bit... Oh, did you want to get... Should we get done with this one?
Yeah, and then we can do a digression kind of thing.
I know one of the things that he said, by he I mean Harmstone, was that I wanted to put lids, by which I think he means, I meant
the term
lids.
Yeah.
But I was watching that back because I was cutting it all up, and I was just like, oh god, I really can't stand lids. But it does sound really fucking stupid, and it annoyed me, so I really want to put lids as a term for hats, baseball caps specifically, in the sea. And I think I explained... put lid in the sea, what the marsh-based town with which there's also an airport. I don't think I'd put lid in the sea.
No, I might want to use that airport one day.
Yeah.
They keep closing all the other airports. I might need it.
You might want to go to Latuke one day, amongst other places.
Or somewhere real.
Yes. Anywhere. Might want to get on a plane. But lids, not dustpan lids or... Dustpan lids? Dustbin lids or... And not saucepan lids, but caps. The term lids...
For caps.
For caps.
I mean, I can't stop you.
No.
As much as it doesn't offend me. So.
No.
So it's entirely your choice.
I think it's going in the sea. I was very vehement about it, and if you want to know exactly what I said and can't remember why, or even if you're not able to think in your brain why, it'll be fucking irritating, because the mere thought of someone saying, put your lid on, mate, makes you cringe and curl up. Now, that is the reason why I want to put them in there. So, I'm going to say, can we put lids in the sea, please? And can you bless me a sploosh?
I'm going to not press any more splooshes. I'm fed up of breaking it.
Okay. Just imagine.
It's just more editing.
Come with me and you'll see. So...
I started reading Charlie and the Chocolate Factory to Hannah as a bedtime story last night.
Oh, nice. Did you sing the musical number? Cheer up, Charlie.
Not
Give
yet.
us a smile.
It's all in the sad, there are 4 grandparents in the bed and he sleeps on the floor. And
they've got no money and they can't afford chocolate.
Yeah, he just wants some chocolate and he just has to sniff through the gates casually. It's just all that sad bit.
No one ever goes in and no one ever comes out.
I forgot that the Dahl openings of all the books are pretty fucking sad.
Yes.
Like we did James and the Giant Peach last, and it's like James was beaten to death several times by Aunt Sponge and Aunt Spiker, and then they revived him, called him a cunt, and killed him again. Then threw him down a hill and put him in the fire, and then they sat on him and ate his food. And then Aunt Sponge and Aunt Spiker decided to sell him into slavery. They let him stay there for a while, and then when they came back, they ate his food again, and then threw him down a fucking hill, and then put him at the top of the stairs, threw him down the stairs, shat on his face, and then he found a peach or something. I don't fucking know.
It's a very excellent rendition of James and the Giant Peach. That's exactly what does happen. And then he goes to find a load of animals that live in the peach. Oh my god.
It is a great story. I do love James and the Giant Peach, but yeah. We're just letting Hannah know how good she's got it. Yeah, I've never pushed her down the stairs, for example.
No.
No matter how many times I've been tempted.
Yes.
Where were we? Oh, we were going to read the next one, weren't we? Because you did a sploosh.
Yes. Are there any more?
There's one more from Son of Rachel, and then Harmstone, if you could repost the things you said because I didn't read them.
They've gone too far up now.
Americans call froobs go-gurt, so please put it in the sea.
I mean, it blows my mind in a way, Harley, that is the sort of level of thing that would annoy you. It's like, it's a froob, you cunt! Do you know what I mean? He's standing around in a Texan 7-Eleven. It's like, anything else?
The fuck is this? Go-gurt! Go-gurt? Fuck you! It's a froob!
Like he's got this Brian Blessed level of annoyance and hatred. Go-gurt! Just knocks the stand
Go-gurt's alive!
It's a froob!
You rube!
I mean, froob is a silly name too. Yeah, and this is what started...
Yeah, they're all shit, mate. Like, it's a tube yogurt.
That's what I was thinking. It's like, Go-gurt's... You've got a problem with Go-gurt, but you don't have a problem with froob.
Froob? Like, what does froob even fucking mean? Froob. It's got tube, I guess. Tube is the fruit tube?
Fruit tube.
Well, it's not fruit. It's fucking yogurt for a start. Shouldn't
anyway,
it be called
as he says...
yogoob?
Anyway, it should be pronounced Goggurt, because it's yogurt, Goggurt. But why is it G? Why has it even got the G? I don't... Go-gurt? Is it just like because it's easy to...
Oh, because the Americans pronounce yogurt.
So what is making it go? Is it to go?
It's portable.
Ah, right. Like a yop. Is that like a yogurty milkshake thing? Do you know what I mean? Because like that's in a... Because yogurt, or yogurt, however you want to say it, it's just a little tub that you're eating like this.
It is.
How is that not already portable?
It is already portable. Maybe it's because you don't need a spoon. Maybe that's the added
You could eat it like you eat the jelly things.
Yeah. With joy. Yeah. Froob is universal. Go-gurt isn't, so fuck them.
It is universal. We found it on Mars. I just think they're both daft.
They are both shit.
And they're just and having one that you like over the other it's like two tribes. It's like, we are the Go-gurt tribe, we are the Froobs. And
when two tribes go-gurt to war, go-gurt to war, go-gurt to war. When two tribes go-gurt to war, Harley gets fucked off. Dr.
Froob Bat. Name change, please, Dr. Fruitbat. Oh my god, Dr. Fruitbat is really hitting with all the... He's very much on like slather, Go-gurt.
Actually, I think you'll find
60% of what Dr. Fruitbat says is corrections to things, basically.
Yeah, he's taken over the role of Tamsin when you say things like chocolate and they were talking about salads earlier. I don't really know whether that was a suggestion or something. But to go back to Harley's thing, I think we should just put tube yogurts, regardless of their name, in the sea.
I don't want one, whatever it is.
They're fucking stupid, aren't they? Just get a spoon like normal people, you cunt. Like tube yogurts.
Let me tell you about my opinions on how Americans pronounce boy.
Buoy.
They say buoy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that always confuses me.
I say buoy because otherwise you can get arrested for saying put that boy in the sea.
It's one of our segments.
Put that buoy in the sea.
I think for context, they'd know what you're talking about. There's a boy out to sea, and then someone swims out to save him, and it's like,
hello,
dong, dong, dong.
I'm just having a swim. What's the problem?
I don't. My friend at work's favorite.
He's lying again. He hasn't got any friends.
I don't want nobody else. I love you. So when you say he's lying anyway. Yeah, my friend at work's favorite food is yogurt, and she was like, I love yogurts. Yogurt's probably my favorite thing, and I was like, really?
I mean, yogurt's fine, but just in a tub.
But your favourite thing of all the foods?
Oh yeah, it is a bit crap as a favourite food. Yeah.
Raindrops on roses and yogurts in packets. I'm like, no, it's not one of your favourite things.
Like, you've had bacon and pizza and stuff,
right? Right?
You'd rather have yogurt than like a pizza?
Lasagna?
What is wrong with you?
Think of all the food that exists in the
world. You can't get a pepperoni yogurt, love. Calm down.
Yogurt can't be a favourite food. Yes!
Wow. Tell us how you really feel, Hannah.
Caps,
Jesus.
all caps.
Yeah.
All lids. Oh, dear.
What about a fruit corner? Can a fruit corner be a favourite food? It's
No,
yogurt
it's,
and something
it's
else.
a yogurt, isn't it? God, where's Corey for this conversation? What is your lifeline? I'm going to tell her tomorrow. By the way, she is a really great friend, and she's
You'd be
really
like, listen,
but
we talked about it on Don't Get Me Started, and we've decided you need a new favourite food. I don't make the rules, the chat do.
It came
and
up.
You're going to have to come up with something
We're going to
better
clip
than
this
that.
bit. She said to me to the other day. She said to me, she was talking about her cat, and she said she might be watching. If you're watching, then this is what you said. But what she said the other day is, she said her cat's called Apollo, and she said Apollo is it's great name. It's a really lovely cat.
Yeah, yeah.
She said her cat did such and such, whatever it did, and then she said, but he is an Aquarius, so it makes a lot of sense. And I was like, and because I accept everything, right? Well, pretty much everything. I said, yeah, totally, I get that. Which
You're a lot more willing to accept everything since we've started doing this podcast, because you'd be like, save it for the podcast.
save it for the podcast.
I'll drag them then.
She is lovely, but she was just like, and then she, at one point, a bit late. The concept then really annoyed me. I wrote it down to see if I could make some stand up out of it, because it was just like the concept that says, well, they are insert zodiac sign, so that obviously makes a lot of sense. It's just,
you could actually do that though. That's the thing. They are insert zodiac sign, and it could be any of them, so that tracks.
yeah,
Because none of them are real.
yeah. It's bullshit. Is basically what it is.
Yeah, but they are a cupboard, so that tracks.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, but
Yeah, but they are Ursa Major, so that tracks.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then when I think about it, I'm a Leo, so I'm naturally skeptical.
Yeah.
But,
I'm a Leo, so I'm naturally awesome. Rawr. It's a cat. It's obviously a Leo. Thanks, Harmstone. Obvious joke is obvious.
You let BS slide. I let a lot of BS slide, almost all the time, because otherwise it stops the conversation, and I like the conversation to go more into it. But yeah, sounds like a Capricorn to me.
I'm going to read this and let you react. I just thought, oh no, what if Alex does stand-up about me, says Hannah.
Yeah.
And then realised that you did an entire set of toilet humour based on how much you could gross me out. So
Yeah, I mean, last year's attempt to go to Edinburgh was going to be called Hannah's Therapy Fund, and it was going to be all that, and you were going to be front and centre as the picture of you, kind of, and it was all perfect.
And he was going to put poop stickers on your face,
It was
like
gonna
he
be
did
amazing.
for the toilet seat. Yeah.
But that didn't happen, and I don't think it will now. I think I might.
Now that time has passed, hasn't it? You've got to keep it fresh.
She sounds lovely, and also like she needs to see the world. She does. She does very. Hi, Alex's work friend. Sorry for dragging you. I'll tell her all about this tomorrow. I really wish she was watching this.
Maybe she is.
Maybe she is. She probably would have said something by now.
Yeah. Right. I think we have reached the shore, and the sea segment is over.
Yeah, I think if there are anything that I know that Harmstone
segment.
copied a bunch of stuff in there, but
Yeah, I think at this stage we can keep it for next week.
That's what I was going to say. Let's keep it for next week.
We've done enough, yes.
and move straight along.
What sting would you like to for us to perform a rendition of next?
I
And by us, I probably mean me. 'Cause
I do
did
mean
most
you,
of it.
because if you do that, then you can read your thing.
Okay, then. It was at this moment that Nathan knew he fucked up.
Clong clong.
Quite proud of that one.
Oh my god.
That was a good one.
Drinkity
If I
drink.
do say so myself. So we didn't really introduce it. What is this segment?
This is where we research far and wide on the Reddit thread Tifu, today I fucked up, to find some amazing times when people fucked up. And let me just say, we have found one, but not two, because I looked through loads of them today and yesterday and found that they were just total crap. And actually a lot of them at the moment, and this is what I wanted to say.
Maybe people are just not fucking up.
No,
or
but
they run out of money for their creative writing class.
here's the thing. What I've come to a conclusion is the ones which are real are just not funny, not cringy, pretty shit. And one person was just like, yeah, so anyway, we got real stoned, and then my mate went to go and have a poop, and I'm just like, shut up, stop talking, stop saying that, you're a fucking idiot. And loads of them are just kind of like, I was at work on Zoom call or something like that, and I had to share my screen. It turned out I still had some porn up, and then everyone and my boss saw that I had porn. I'm like, shut up, oh my god. So the level of Tfue is going downhill rapidly.
It is declining. Yeah.
If you find a good Tfue, and this is where I suddenly realised how lucky we are that people make them up. Because the made-up ones we can enjoy, say they're fake, and everyone has a good time, but the real ones are just shit.
Although, to be fair, I haven't looked through the ones that I've been sent for a few weeks. I probably could have done that. So I don't know if they maybe have.
Okay, well, we'll have a look.
Yeah. Anyway.
But the one I did find...
Yeah, and I haven't read it yet, so we'll see if it's any good together. Today I fucked up by not knowing the phrase pinpoint accuracy. Is this a bit like you with shooting fish in a barrel?
Oh, I'm glad. Yes, it is. Like I was going to bring that up after this.
What's the other one that you didn't understand?
I don't know. Do you remember it though?
Yeah, there is another one that you get backwards, and therefore it fucks it up. I can't remember what it is.
I can't remember.
Maybe
it'll come back to you later.
It'll come to me.
At the end of it, hopefully, just before you hit fuck Shed Store,
it'll be the last thing
you'll
I say.
just be like, stupid does as stupid is.
Can confirm I sent you a great Tfue in February. Well, I've probably checked since then, so I hate to disavow you of the fact that it was a good one, but it was probably shit and I've overlooked it. I'm pretty new to the company, and in one of my first major presentations to the company, I messed up. First of all, stop saying to the company.
To the company.
In the midst of the fancy tech speak, in the company, no, it doesn't say that. In the midst of the fancy tech speak, I was talking through geolocation services and happened to say a phrase I thought I knew my whole life, but didn't. I said, we can target it with piss point accuracy. I thought it did a great job until I thought I did a great job until at the end my colleague said, "We could have done without that potty mouth, don't you think?" We got into a tiny debate about piss versus pin. Yeah. I always knew it as fucking hell. I always knew it as that because when you're peeing, you want to be accurate and hit the middle of the toilet or urinal. No mess to wipe down. Mama's not angry. Though my coworker noted pins make sense when we're talking about maps, realizing that I might have been certainly, definitely, embarrassingly wrong. I was ready to concede, hang up the video and crawl up into a ball. Another colleague chimed in, "That was funny though, at least you got a chuckle from client," which I did not remember happening. But now I'm thinking of the second or maybe even the third time I said it.
Said it 3 times.
It must have sounded like I was beating a dead horse. Is that better than getting the phrase wrong to begin with? Neither is good. I can't work the rest of today. Hey, you got a great excuse to not work. Thank you very much. TLDR, my whole life, I thought it was piss point accuracy.
See, is that credible? Because by the way, that's the best I could find. I still find it amusing that someone said, because there's loads of times when you're at work and someone says something, you're like, that is not how that word gets said, but I'm not going to fucking say anything. But that's the first time I've ever heard someone say something like, piss point. I don't know that it's fake.
Yeah, I think somebody did think that, and then they've made a story up around it. I don't think they had the embarrassment quite as much. Yeah.
It doesn't sound anything like it.
Fake. And then she said it's rims o'clock, and they all laughed and clapped.
Everyone applauded. And maybe it's fake, but it feels like it's too short and to the point. And some of our good fake ones are so beautifully woven.
Good fake ones, yeah. There is no metaphor in this, for example. So as a piece of creative writing, it requires improvement.
Yes, maybe it is.
And that's what makes me think that it's probably true.
If you believe that the term piss point accuracy refers to pissing into a toilet, maybe don't use that phrase in a work presentation. I mean, that's a really good point.
Yeah, maybe find
Just
another way to
piss.
say how accurate something is. Yeah. So there's that metaphor, I suppose.
Do you know, one of the things I read in a book one time, I don't know if we brought this up before, I read it in a book, and immediately I thought, the reason they've put this
I read it in a book.
The reason they've put this in the book is to make a point that this is how they think it's said. And the phrase is, you've got another thing coming. So if you think that, you've got another thing coming. And the thing in the book was, well, if that's how you feel, you've got another think coming. And I was like, it's another thing coming. That's what people say. But the person obviously wrote it in there deliberately as if to go, I have discovered that this is how it's said, and I'm going to bring it up so that you know that this is how I think it's said. So then I immediately looked it up online to see what other people thought. So I'd be interested.
And was it 100 references to that person getting it wrong in
that
the book?
It's
always what I find.
There's back and forth debates about it because the idea in it is that if you think that, you should think a second time. So if that's how you feel, you've got another think coming.
I think this has come up before.
The etymology
but I
of
don't
that.
think we
And
dove into it too heavily.
When people say you've got another thing coming, hey, listen, because when you think about that, you've got another thing coming.
That doesn't make sense
Doesn't
either.
really make a lot of sense. You've got another thing coming. I think it seems to be an abstract way of saying something bad is coming your way. You've got another thing coming your way.
There will be a comeuppance.
There
if
will
you
be
act
consequences, and those consequences are undefined. You've got another thing coming. But you've got another think coming because you did not think correctly the first time. I could see both of them.
In this manner. Yeah.
We've always said thing,
I don't think
but that doesn't mean we're right.
having to think a second time shouldn't sound like such a threat, though. Like, you've got another think coming.
Well,
It's like,
try
oh,
not
no.
to say it in a threatening way.
Oh, no, I'm gonna think again. That's no good.
Let's think again.
I don't want to think for a second time. Once was hard enough.
If you feel that way,
I could care less about this. Well,
I could
Dr.
care
Fruit Bat.
I could care less. I could care less.
Okay, do that then.
Sounds like you can care. You couldn't care. This is I do love that.
I do hate that
I
one.
do. I could care less.
Yeah.
I couldn't care less. I could not care less. I could care less.
Look upon my field of fucks and see that it is barren.
I like that.
That's the best way of saying it.
That's a good way. But just Americans ruin everything. I do think that we have a habit of getting used to something and then saying it, and then we think it's something. Like I was saying in the car not so long ago to Aletha that I would be champing at the bit to do something. And she said it's chomping because you're chomping at the bit. And I said, I'm certain it's not.
I think we also had this conversation live on DGMS once because I thought it was chomping previously and you corrected me. And then when you explained it, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. And I conceded.
I can see how...
It was a momentous day. I don't concede very often.
But don't even get me started on that. About to have 3 weeks of that. I could care less.
I get irritated by step foot, as in I'll never step foot in there again.
I'll never step foot in there. There on the stair, right there.
I quite like step foot.
Step foot.
Yeah.
I'll never step foot in there again. I do not know if this person that wrote the Today I Fucked Up is real or not. It sounds
Well,
bonkers.
the person's probably real.
Oh, the person is probably
whether
real.
their experience was real.
Set foot. All right, Tasman.
Round of applause for that
Unnecessary.
excellent callback,
Unnecessary.
but funny.
I don't think she's in any position to be correcting anyone.
No, she can't even spell her own name right, for fuck's sake. Look
Look,
at it right there. There's an M in the wrong place. Jesus
If
Christ.
you think it's Tasman, you've got another thing
Fucking
coming.
hell, Taz. Yeah.
Yes, and I thought shooting fish in a barrel meant someone had a gun with a fish in it that fired a fish into a barrel. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. I'm like, that does sound like quite a hard thing to achieve, given the barrel's all the way over there.
And that fish don't make the best projectiles.
No, and who would invent a fish gun?
Somebody who enjoys that as a pastime, clearly.
Fish gun.
Somebody who wanted to defy the phrase, it's like shooting fish in a barrel. Like, ha! I can do that with no issue. Allow me to demonstrate.
Oh dear. Well,
That was Tifu.
Tifu or not to. I swear we said this before.
I mean, it's not like it makes sense anyway. Like shooting fish in a barrel, because
like shooting fish. This This activity is like shooting fish in a barrel.
Yeah,
So
which by definition is going to be easier than shooting fish, say, in the sea, because they are more captive. You're more easily going to be able to shoot a fish in a barrel than you are in the open seas. So it's a stupid fucking analogy.
It is, but I think that's the thing that when I first heard it, I was just like shooting fish in a barrel. So like you're shooting a fish out of a projectile, maybe a catapult or something like that would fire it into it. You're shooting
Or
fish
a fishapult.
I've mistaken into a barrel, as it were, to land the barrel as my target. What I did not think was it's like shooting fish that are contained in a barrel. See, the ambiguity of in here is what has led me to my mistake. But I was young. Yeah, I was 32. A mere 4 years ago. So there you go. I use dynamite. Fuck that shit. It's like dynamiting the shit out of fucking fish.
Put the lid back on.
Boom, baby.
Where would you like to go next?
One
One directly underneath it?
Yeah, we'll do that. And then that. Actually, there was a couple of things.
Oh, you wanted to talk about something in general, didn't you?
I don't know. I just say... written down free wine.
'Cause I'm free whining.
We met some guy the other night when after.
Yeah. I think that's probably a This Is Happening thing, isn't it?
Yeah, well, let's talk about This Is Happening.
Okay.
Let's go to the segment that we like to call This Is Happening. Oh, and I can't play it. Was it?
In a world filled with haps and naps, two men have risen above to bring you This Is Happening.
I've forgotten how it went at the end. I didn't know if you were going to do that. I thought that would be quite hard to do at the same time. This Is Happening, a segment where we talk about all the things that have been happening to you, happening to us. We have a good old laugh about it, and we move the fuck on with our lives towards Am I the Arsehole, relentlessly towards 10 o'clock or thereabouts.
Yeah.
It's good. I feel good. I feel there's a great pace about the show today. Lots of back and forth.
And no stings.
No stings.
That's nap, as far as I'm concerned. But it is kind of hap that I'm kind of having to do them because that's fun.
I'm
enjoying that. Nap, nobody is giving me kudos for my excellent renditions of stings, apart from that first one. I'm feeling a bit offended by that, actually.
If you've not seen this before, if you need to have this explained to you at a later point because you're watching this back on some sort of video or something, This Is Happening is where we talk about like the past week and things that have happened to us, good things and bad things, and haps are good things and naps are bad things. So sling your haps and naps in the...
You can share them in the channel points if you are watching live.
If you're not, then you can't.
It doesn't work. Yeah.
But I think their world has worked that out. It's a bit like when you've watched Strictly Come Dancing like a week later and you can't vote on it. I think you'd be
surprised the number of people that try to do live things on a recorded video.
Wow.
Like, yeah, some people are tedum. Yeah.
So...
I've actually got some haps and some naps this week.
Okay, would you want to see theirs first or ours first?
I want to know one of yours first.
Okay, well, the only hap I suppose wrestling was great, but the thing I was really happy about was getting free wine from that dude.
That was pretty cool. Yeah.
We were in Cabron, the taco place, taco margarita
Cabron
bar that has cropped up in Folkestone. We haven't been to before, so we went in there to see if we could get a little snacky snack, and it was... They were no longer doing any food. They could give us some crisps or something like that.
Yeah, which I think we got for free.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was on the bill when I went up to pay, but I wanted to get more of them. But they did. I thought, come on. We got in there at like, I want to say 9:30.
Yeah, we weren't there late.
No,
and they were like, no, we stopped doing food. I'm like, you're a Mexican place. You've got a microwave, haven't you? What the fuck is this?
Yeah,
like it's tacos and stuff. Just warm it up and put it in some bread.
Do it.
Like,
it's not difficult, but apparently it was.
Yeah.
So we got some drinks there, and at one point they were playing Morrissey, but it was a Mexican Morrissey, and I was singing along to it, and then the guys in front of us started chatting to us, saying, oh yeah, it's Morrissey, I love Morrissey, blah, 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 and they're talking about that. And we just got chatting about other stuff, and then they turned around, and then then the guy was kind of getting ready to leave a little bit and was pouring some drinks, and I had run out of my margarita, and you still had your rum, and Aletha still had her wine, and I was trying to make a decision whether I should just wait for you to finish and we'll move on.
Which was the plan, to be fair.
The plan.
Yeah.
or whether we should get a drink. And because the idea was going to be move on, then go to the potting shed for 11. And it was like, now, as I say, it's about 10ish. And then the guy that was near us, who was also liking the Smiths, just basically said, well, you should have some wine. And then just poured me a glass of wine from his own wine bottle. And I was like, oh, yeah, no, thank you very much. He said, because we've been doing the tasting menu. We've been tasting the wines. Let's see what you think. And I'm like, oh, my fucking God, this is incredible. So he poured some wine for me, and I drank it, and it was nice. And then very, very soon after, he just left. He went, well, it's time to leave. We had a bit of a chat with him. That's kind of inconsequential. But he left so soon after.
So, right, taxi's here. Gotta go.
Bye. And then he just went, and he just then, have the rest of the bottle of wine. And there was half a bottle of wine left. So you had some, I had some. And then we noticed also that they had left their entire other half a bottle of the other tasting wine on their counter.
Which was actually nicer than the wine that they'd suggested was the nicest one.
So they gave us some wine and left legacy wine.
Left the shit wine.
Yeah.
But then we yoinked the shit wine, and it was the better wine.
So we basically got another free bottle of wine.
It was a whole bottle, all said and done. Like
when it was all put together. It was incredible. I was so happy.
And it extended our stay there, and they gave us control of the music. They gave me and Aletha the phone with Spotify, so obviously we put Daughtry on. Perfect. Free wine, Daughtry. What else do you need? It was tacos, but still, you can't have it all.
Wrestling, free wine, wrestling, cheap alcohol, even cheaper booze for Captain Hip Flask.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I barely paid for a drink all night.
Free wine, and then into the potting shed for cocktails. And
I did pay for those.
Captain Brilliant turned up, and it was hilarious. It was brilliant. A typical aristocratic chumminess. The guy that gave us the wine owns...
was very aristocratical.
He was, and he owns the wine place down in Sandgate, so I've met him before, but he doesn't remember that. Because I was a customer, and I met him once, and I only had to see him. And he was also drunk on wine. So, yeah. Oh, it's amazing.
Drinking your own profits.
Captain Hip Flask.
Mate, I'm doing that again. That's the first time in my life I've taken a Hip Flask anywhere. And let me tell you, would recommend.
I said to...
Way better.
We were going to pick up some sandwiches and stuff. We knew we wouldn't have enough time to cook before we went.
My sandwich!
So we went to buy some stuff like that. And then Aletha was like, let's buy some... sushi from the Yo Sushi section of Big Tesco's. And I was like, yeah, okay, but then we'll have to eat it in the front row, and I don't know if we can really take like whole bits of stuff and eat it in the front row.
Just get a buffet out in the front row.
Do you know what I mean? I thought we can't do that. We can probably eat a sandwich, probably might not be able to get away with this. Yeah, get ready, knife and fork, get it all done. But when we got there, the state of everyone in fucking Hawkinge, I mean, honestly, and the caliber of the wrestling, I'm like, fuck it, let's just order in a Domino's or some shit. You know, it doesn't matter what we do here. I just sat here opening all my stuff. It's dripping on the floor. I've got lettuce on the floor from my wrap. The whole thing's a fucking disgrace. And I'm like, listen.
He did have a variety of things. It was like a smorgasbord right there.
It was.
There.
When in Hawkinge.
Next to me. When in Hawkinge, eat stuff that they haven't seen in Hawkinge.
Yeah. But like, I'm thinking, I thought we better be reasonable. Better not have a big spread that's literally spread. And we probably shouldn't bring our own booze and stuff like that. Be like, own booze. And I'm like, spread of crap. And I'm like, fucking brilliant. So, a Hap Flask.
There you go. Yeah. Hip Flask does seem very much like the plate. It was, yeah. Because I just bought one drink at the beginning so that I had a glass. And then I just bought Pepsis and filled it with my own Hip Flask. Yeah.
I once went to a craft beer place in Portsmouth, says Harley, where you could order your own takeaway while you drank. I have been to various places like that over time where you go into somewhere where they're serving you food and then they're like, we don't have a bar, we don't charge you corkage, bring what the fuck you want in. And I've
or the other way around. It's a bar that don't do food and they say order food in. Like for example, Kips.
Yeah, I was going to say,
whenever we go to Kips, we will get a pizza from across the road.
And they're like, this is totally cool.
Yeah,
so
that's fine. Yeah.
I love this shit. So yeah, free wine was great.
A slunk.
That and then everything about that was amazing. So that was my good time. What have you got on yours?
Hap on Thursday next. So not this Thursday, but a week on Thursday.
Yes.
Karis and I are going to see Blankety Blank be taped.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my god, for real?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Blankety Blank, for those who don't know, is a rip-off of the DGMS favourite Drinkity Drink. But it'd be good to see someone else do it.
Yeah, I see how it's done.
And it's hosted by Bradley Walsh.
It is.
I fucking love Bradley Walsh. He's great. So
That's legit. That's amazing.
I'm hoping I get to well, he doesn't do shaking hands anymore, apparently. So I'm hoping to air fist pump him or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Say hi to Bradders for me. No, he doesn't like you, mate. He's way too cool for harm.
He only remembers people who made amusing jokes or actually got somewhere.
Who actually make it through the chase bit round thing.
Please do your burp there.
Burp. It's not mine. It's Karis's burp. Oh, yeah.
She does say Karis.
Okay, yeah. Fair enough.
Fire your blanks at him.
So, yeah. It's only in Maidstone, so...
Really?
Yeah,
I know where it'll be
Studios.
then, yeah.
Yeah. So that'd be cool.
Blankety blank, blankety blank. I presume that's the same theme tune, maybe, if they've copied us.
Probably, yeah. I mean, it's all pretty much the same. It's just got Bradley Walsh instead of us, basically.
That's going to be amazing. That's going to be so good.
That is going to be fun. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it.
I forgive him for his Doctor Who sins.
Haven't seen him in Doctor Who.
Who's the person you don't forgive? Who is it? The writer or the director? I can't remember who it was. The showrunner, probably. What's his name? I don't really know anything about Doctor Who nowadays, but I think it was Chibnall. Was it? I don't remember.
I mean, basically, Bradley Walsh is excellent as the host of The Chase. He's very funny doing that, and he's a good quiz deliverer, and he is top notch, high level, decent bloke in Law and Order UK, which is one of my favourite crime dramas.
He's in Law and Order UK.
He is the main guy. He plays the because it is a direct kind of adaptation of the American one. What's his name? The wise guy who's in Law and Order for fucking ages, Lenny.
Oh yeah, I know that guy. Yeah.
It's basically his character. So yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah. Chibi could burn in hell. Tell us how you really feel.
Blankety blank, blankety blank.
Drinkity drink, drinkity drink.
I was watching Blankety Blank just because it came on or something.
I didn't know it was back.
Oh yeah, I did know it was back, but I only caught a little bit of it. I can't remember where I was or why I was watching it. But the guy in it, they got a young lad on there, and he was doing this thing, and he was like, "Oh, I'm a YouTuber, blah blah blah," and then at the end of the thing, one of the things he could win was a YouTube set of stuff, like a camera and lights and bits and pieces. It was like a bog standard kind of thing you get in.
Did he say, "Now my stuff's already better than
this"? Yeah, he did not, but all I could think of was that guy's stuff is better than that. But he did not have the idea of when he got the Blankety Blank suggestion, as it were. All the celebrities went for an obvious one, and he just went for something random. Like, nah, that's not how you play the fucking game. It's how you play this game when we play it. But he did not say, unfortunately, girthy Japanese crisp.
That's how you play the game. In case you didn't know,
it's all about the game and how you play it.
Yeah. Right. Shall we do some of theirs?
Yeah.
And then we'll do our naps, shall we?
Yeah.
James 31 punched a chav in the face. Right. Gonna need a bit more on this because that does sound hap.
I really hope that's true.
And I hope it's true. I hope this isn't your attempt at a Tifu.
But I do like the idea that if it's made me laugh anyway, thus proving fake shit is brilliant.
Yeah, there was a definite laugh that came from that. Hap from Harmstone, house keys Friday. Unfortunately, the locks won't be on the house until long after that, so we'll just have some fucking keys that don't do anything.
True.
Yeah.
I can't see these. You're gonna have to smash them all the way through.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I can move it over for you.
Okay. That's
better.
That's gone. Yeah, perfect. That's good.
We're there.
Nap. Furniture is expensive.
Don't buy any then. Easy. Solved.
Keep it minimalist.
Hap, says James, painting chat is back.
What, when you're chatting to us about painting?
I guess.
Or painting chat with your painter.
Or you've decided that when you decorate a house now, you're just going to paint a chat from Don't Get Me Started down one side of the wall, and so it doesn't scroll. It's the same chat all the time, and it's all things that you think you said that were funny. Is that it? Is that what's happening?
Ouch. Last week of term, and I'm off to bet tomorrow. BETT.
The education tech.
Oh, it's some nerdy shit.
Yeah, it's basically like education tech con. They should just call it that.
Education tech.
Edu tech con. Much
nice.
better than bet.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is painting chat. You're doing it now. Suck it.
Oh, we fell into his trap.
Straight in. No.
Well, you won't get us next week.
Oh, shit.
Guarantee it.
Fucking hell. We are talking about painting. Never ends. Last week we were talking about how you use an onion to de-stink the room, and then Invasion with Mikey was telling you to use it. So different type of paint. So we do talk about paint.
Yeah. Yeah, were you not here last week, James? We did talk about painting.
Yeah, every week there's painting chat. Nap, says Aletha. Hay fever. Huh.
How are you getting hay fever? Like, being blown away, surely.
I presume she means no coward play, which is shit. Is that what you mean? But we will find out.
Hap says, Karis, last week of term.
No, that's the bet one.
Oh, right.
I know you can't see the edge of it now.
I can't, no, yeah.
So going to Roswell, this has got to be Harley.
Yeah.
Going to Roswell, this is Hap, in 2 weeks' time to UFO spot and drink beer. Will become Nap if probed.
Well, is it? Depends how good they are at the probing, really,
Free
doesn't
probe,
it?
mate.
Yeah. Don't knock a free probe.
Love it. Going to Roswell. That sounds exciting. That sounds fun. I mean, it's obviously touristy and crazy, but it sounds... Yeah. I mean, wouldn't you? I would.
Yeah, I'd go there.
Yeah.
It's more credible than, like, horoscopes and shit.
Yeah. As a Leo, you would say that.
Douche. Probe-free zone. Yeah, we'll see.
Methinks the lady doth probe test too much.
Probe-free since 93.
Were there any more?
No. Aletha suggested that her hay fever came from walking around.
Oh.
Or that Hap might be walking around, maybe.
I think maybe Nap is walking around.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we walked around yesterday. Maybe it was Hap that we walked around.
It does say Hap.
Oh, it's Hap. Yeah, we had a bit of a walk.
Alex seems to disagree with your assertion that it's Hap.
Yeah, well, walking... It was Hap that we did it, but not...
Not that you actually did it.
No.
Yeah. It was nice to spend time with Aletha. You would have rather it was here on the sofa watching Game of Thrones.
Hap finished House of the Dragon Season 1.
I have not.
No spoilers from me.
Did you watch last week's Picard?
No.
Mate, do. It's fucking incredible.
I was watching bits of it, and for some reason I couldn't quite finish it because I think for some reason I was doing other stuff.
There are parts of it I also
tonight.
fucking hate because reasons, and I'll discuss that at a later date. But it is mostly fucking incredible.
There's a bit where they go back into hit the don't get me started. No. There's a bit where they.
I can't do that on demand. that was required extra lubrication.
Was that a knock at the door?
Oh.
Aletha, was that you? She has a key.
Yes, let yourself in, you prick.
Sometimes she leaves it at home. Well, she'll knock again if she did.
Should have put it in the chat. Let me in.
No. Who knocked at the door? Yeah, there's a bit where they're breaking into the Daystrom Institute, and they have it has a computerized defense system, and it's Moriarty. And I'm like, are there no levels to which they will stoop to crowbar in?
I did mark out of that. That was pretty damn sweet, actually. I was like, I wasn't expecting that, so fair play.
I really did enjoy it, and the thing, they kept playing music, and then Riker's like F sharp C minor, blah blah. It kept saying things like, I remember you used to play the trombone or whatever it was he played, and so they're subtly putting these things in, and but I haven't finished it yet.
Like TLDR, Will Riker is a musician.
Yeah. But I only didn't finish it because when it came out on that Friday, we had so much shit to get done. That it just I kept stopping it.
So you haven't got to them getting into the place where they need to steal the thing yet?
No.
Okay.
No. Well, I'll watch it after this.
Do.
Yeah.
I might watch it with you.
Okay.
I could happily watch it again. Yeah.
Third Phantom knock today. Yeah, it's a lot of random knocks. I dreamt that I was in the Phantom of the Opera.
Did you knock on a door?
No. I was about to sing the Music of the Night, and it was incredible. And I was like, they're like, off you go and sing Music of the Night. I thought, and in my dream brain, because I was waking up, I was like, I don't think I have the lung capacity to hit Music of the Night in the same way as the professional guys does. But I was being invited to go up, and just as I went up there to start it, I woke up, and I'm like, no, I could have been dream amazing.
The Phantom Ding Dong. Fuck, let's ruin that. Just a last nap from me. My face. It's fucking me off.
Yeah, your face is a bit red.
Yeah, it's doing a red thing. And I don't know if it's just that I'm getting old. I think it's that my skin is shit. And this has been a particularly harsh winter. And my face is rebelling. But yeah, I scratched the fuck out of it earlier. I gave it a good scrub to try and get rid of some of the shit that's on it. And it seems to have done a good job. Apart from the scarring I've given myself. It looks like it's a bit better, but yeah, red faces. It's kind of it's not really an eczema. It's more the wind beating it constantly and going from hot to cold, hot to cold, hot to cold all the time.
It's hot, then it's cold.
It's fucked me off.
Yes, but, then it's no.
Welcome in, Mike. You are very late, but we will accept a note as long as it comes from your mum.
Mm-hmm. The only thing I got down here is Big Boys, but I know we mentioned that a couple of weeks ago that it was Nap that Big Boys was closing down. But as we walked past, I just wanted to do this just as an exercise because me and Aletha walked past it.
Big Boys, Big Boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when it shuts down on you, Big Boys?
That is actually the question. What would you do with it if you owned it? Because we were like, what could you do with that space? Because it's on the Creative Quarter. So as a result, it's going to be subsidised to a degree, that space, by the Creative Foundation. So it won't be as much to lease and run. And I'm like, could you use it to do something? And if you could, because it's got that nice little patio bit outside. But if money...
are you thinking?
I'm just
live DGMS studio.
I wasn't, but I am now. I don't know how that would make money, though. Maybe it'd be live DGMS studio.
Let's see to what extent they will actually subsidise us.
And cocktail bar.
That fucking cunt dog is barking again.
That's Anthony's dog.
Cunt dog. Shut the
cunt
fuck
dog,
up.
Cunt dog.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do when I see you, Splish?
My sister and I thought we would open a burger joint called Big Girls.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
And it would relentlessly play Big Girls Don't Cry on a loop until you did cry. We immediately said, could we run a restaurant of some type? But I think our first thought actually was, could you run a cocktail bar in it? Because it got that nice patio bit outside.
Oh, you could easily put a cocktail bar in there. In fact, isn't that what used to be there before it was Big Boys?
I was trying to remember what it was before. I think it was a bar.
I'm pretty sure it was. I've definitely drunk there, so I think it was a cocktail bar.
I'm certain it was a bar.
Yeah. It wasn't there long after I moved to Folkestone, and then it became Big Boys, but I'm pretty sure it was a bar.
I did wonder whether it could be something, what we could do with it is like a big, how we wanted like an American sports bar kind of thing. What I want is a place with shuffleboard, and then outside you put on beer pong on that kind of bit out there, because then you've got a really good bit where it doesn't matter what goes through the slats, as it were. So you put beer pong outside, shuffleboard inside, a bunch of brewskis in there, and
some TVs to watch sport on.
Yeah.
Call it cocktails and bullshit. Do live streams.
This is what I'm talking about. Let's see if we can work it out.
There you go. Welcome in Kingston Town 87, the 87th person from Kingston. Welcome.
Have you seen?
It's follow.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Come and chat and say something.
Wrestling on the terrace. Yeah.
Hey, Kingston. Kingston above. It's Kingston Town, as in Jamaica, not Kingston upon Thames. They're very different places.
There's a lot of Kingstons in the UK.
Yeah,
they really rent that name.
I presume you are not upon Thames, my friend. But good to see you. I'm Alex. This is Jez, and we're at the end of our ranty stream.
I can press that button.
Oh, you can. So that will work
because that's just pictures.
Good
that
to
was
see
fine. Yeah.
You all know. Oh, we know that. Is it the Borg again?
We are the Borg.
Is it Borg? You know me.
You will be Kingstonated.
Is it Nick changing his name again?
It could very well be.
Or is it someone new?
It's Emma.
It's Emma.
Which Emma? My Emma? Like my cousin Emma?
Or Emma T, my friend Emma? Kingston, Ontario.
Kingston in Tasmania. It's actually Tamsmania. It's running wild.
Oh! My desire not to out someone or dox someone with their actual surname prevented me from realising that it's my friend Emma, whose surname is Kingston. They're not from Kingston, but I can't say it. That's actually... See, now here's the thing. But thank you very much for coming in. Glad you came in. Thanks for joining us. Well, I didn't expect you to talk.
Deke. Oh, yes, the production company that brought you the excellent Where's Wally series back in the 90s. Deke.
We don't expect people to have their surname in their avatar, their handle.
Frankly, you doxed yourself.
But anyway, so glad you're in here. So glad you're in here. We're talking about what we're going to do with Big Boys. Now it's not Big Boys. Like, I think we could just get in there, make it cocktails and bullshit. Cocktails and TVs, and everyone's loving shuffleboard now, Jeremy.
I've never played shuffleboard in my life. I don't know what it is. I mean, the clue is probably in the name.
It's a big, long board.
And you shuffle on it. Like,
everybody's shuffling.
You do the Super Bowl shuffle.
You get these little weighted metal discs, and it's all sawdusted, and it slides really slippery down. You go shh, and then it's a bit like flat metal disc bowls, because you've got to get it in certain segments. And at the other end, it goes like 4 points, 3 points, 2 points, 1 point. So you have to slide them up and get them in it. And then you can. And then I put mine into the 4, and then you smash mine out of the way, and I smash yours out of the way.
Yeah, it's like bowls. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's like bowls, but in a pub, and it's flat and cunts play.
Isn't it just? Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't it just taking up room that you could have something cool in?
Maybe, but people love it. I went to a place in London, and there's a load of pricks playing it.
You know, I don't really trust people very much.
Yeah, no, it's true. I like Big Boys, says Emma.
I've got bad news for you, Emma.
It doesn't exist anymore. You can't go there. It's gone. It's gone. Big Boys is no more.
Does it look really sad now that it's been taken away?
It was never open whenever I walked past it,
That's
so
true.
it looks much like it did back then. I really want a night out at cocktail and bullshit. Hurry up and get it sorted. It's a live streamed cocktail bar.
It's always live.
It's always live.
24/7 live. Yeah.
Okay, medium boys.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
We could call it medium boys. Let's speak for yourself.
Yeah. We don't fat shame you based on size, boys.
Yeah, it's a long title, but
I don't want to. Not sure how you'd fat shame someone based on anything else, but still, the name stands.
I don't know. I don't think I could serve any food there because I was called
Sounds
up.
like effort.
It does sound like effort, and I'd have to have a food hygiene thing, and
see effort.
Drinks. I know how to make a drink.
I think you might need a food hygiene thing for drinks even. So.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's work on that. Let's work on somebody
else doing the food hygiene thing and us just drinking in our own bar. That sound good?
That sounds amazing.
That sounds pretty sweet, actually.
Watch this space is all I can say. You could never get a food hygiene. For some reason, I did something today with the chicken or something like that. I can't remember what it was that Aletha told me that. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
You probably touched it with your fingers.
I touched it with my penis.
I feel it in my fingers. It's pretty slimy shit.
It was. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We're in the last segment of the night.
I keep getting my pen out.
Which I really want you to press to see how good it goes. But
yeah? I mean, I can. It's not like...
Give it a press.
It doesn't affect anything. And if it's shit, then I'll do it. Ready? It's time for Am I the Arsehole?
Am I the asshole? No, it's the children who are wrong.
Yeah, that was fucked. Am I the
asshole?
No, it was the...
A segment where we have researched heavily a couple of Am I the Arseholes from Reddit, and we'll read them out for your delectation, discussion, and general outrage.
You found them both, so you can set the order.
I think they're both arseholey, but I think mine is a doozy.
Then we'll leave yours for last, then, shall we?
Do you want to lead us off? And then I'll do mine, and then we'll flip you off, and blah, blah, blah.
As tradition.
I prefer robot Jez Sting.
The
asshole.
Asshole. Am I the arsehole?
Yes, you are.
And that's the end of the segment. Thank you, good night.
Shed store.
Am I the arsehole for lying that my dad was having an affair to prove that my stepmom reads my diary? Oh, hell yes. This is gold. Fucking great move.
Listen, Jeremy, it sounds like we've got a snooper.
We've got a snooping stepmom.
Ta-na-na-na-na.
And it's been a long time. 16F. The scene is a balmy summer's evening.
Exterior.
It doesn't say that, but 16F. My stepmom. 40F?
Does it say question mark?
Yes.
40?
40?
Shrug emoji.
She's old, man. I don't know. Ariel is really immature.
Ariel. Actual name.
Probably is her actual name because, whatever. My stepmom, 40F, Ariel, is really mature and honestly acts like a 9-year-old sometimes. She's the type of person who makes fun of someone for having a hearing aid or wearing glasses. That's not immature. That's being a cunt.
Yes, you could change the first sentence to...
Ariel is a cunt and maybe 40.
She's a mermaid, so it doesn't count. That is true. That is true.
I mean, somebody trying to wear glasses underwater would probably look pretty fucking stupid because they just keep floating away.
They would. Yeah.
But Ariel won't stop reading my diary.
Fucking hell. Is this the stepmother?
This is the stepmother. I found out because she said I wrote rude things about her cousin Loretta, and she tried to punish me over it. I didn't write anything rude about Loretta, just that she was condescending to me and I didn't like her comments. Ah, yes, well, cunts don't like when you call out people for being cunts.
No, they really don't like it.
They're 16F, so that was your first
They're happy
mistake.
enough to be cunts until they're cunted
Until accountability comes
Yeah.
up, and then they're out.
Accountability, obviously. Yeah. And then they get all indignant. But anyway. Carry on, sorry.
Dad just told me to respect adults and didn't say anything to Ariel about reading my diary. Nice non-committal dad. Whatever, 16F. Just respect your adults and some shit. I don't know. Whatever. I've moved the diary multiple times, but Ariel keeps finding and reading it. She'll make comments and say things that she would only know from actively reading my diary. I've told my dad and he won't do anything. He makes an excuse that, oh, you don't know that Ariel reads your diary, when she clearly does.
Yes.
I got fed up with it. So I tried talking to Ariel one more time about respecting my privacy and not reading my diary. I then wrote in my diary that I caught my dad having an affair with our neighbour Michael. Yes, boy! This is top tier. I love this.
It's good.
Ariel ended up reading my diary the next day and freaked out. She yelled at my dad, went to Michael's house, yelled at Michael, and then she drove somewhere else.
She's still driving. We don't know where she is.
My family, on my mom and stepdad's side, all thought it was super funny. They are right. And told me that I taught Ariel an overdue lesson about respecting privacy and not being nosy. But Ariel and my family on my dad's side are furious with me.
No shit.
But Ariel and my family on my dad's side are furious with me, and I'm still grounded at his house. They said that Ariel is just curious and wants to know what's going on in my life. Fuck you,
off.
Man. Just have a conversation, you prick. Don't read someone's diary.
She's
Jesus
just curious.
Christ.
She's just curious. She's just curious. What, is she a fucking cat? What the fuck? She's curious. She's poking her nose into it. Fuck it now.
Anyone told you you're really gainy today? Yeah, a while ago, and then we thought we'd fixed it.
We thought we turned it down.
Yeah.
But we haven't had any more since you just
We probably
said it.
got loud.
Yeah, look, I'll move it away a little bit. There you go.
Yeah, I think we might have knocked a knob on the mixer or something.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
That would explain it.
Yeah.
But too late now. We've done a whole episode with it. And I should appreciate that Ariel wants to be involved instead of embarrassing the family in front of the neighborhood. Am I the asshole?
Listen, I have a feeling. Welcome in, Reese.
Knocked a knob. Ooh, matron. Or when you were streaming the other day, you might have changed some things.
We streamed off PS5.
Oh.
So I don't know about
Not
that.
with mics or anything.
No.
Yeah.
It was just the snowball.
Yeah.
So I don't know. The Yeti.
Maybe not then.
Listen. I think everyone's in agreement that she is not the arsehole here and finds it fucking amusing.
Should I try pushing it and see what happens?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're going to say here that...
We'll say it twice. Once without and once with, so that I can put one on in post if it's fucks.
Okay, we're going to say unequivocally, you are not the arsehole.
Yep, that was fucked.
Was it fucked? I couldn't tell.
That was pretty fucked, yeah.
Let me just say then, unequivocally, you are not the arse. I'm not even looking at the right camera. Look at that stupid camera over there. So now this is fucked, double fucked. Listen, you're not the arsehole, all right? That's all I'm trying to say to you.
Third time's the charm.
Let me say,
Allow me to say.
unequivocally, you are not the arsehole. See? Right.
Am I the asshole?
There's another camera. Yeah, we record it on a back.
Yeah, while we're doing this foray into 4K and stuff, just in case it all goes horribly fucking wrong, we're using the webcam up there.
So we've got two cameras and they can't go next to each other because they're on tripods and shit. But yes, like Jeremy said, it's a backup while we're changing shit up.
Yeah.
Right. The final Am I the Arsehole?
Of today, not
For today.
not of all time.
But we'll be back next Tuesday at 8 o'clock, and you can check all our stuff out on TikTok if you haven't already. If you hit !socials.
Correct, yeah.
Then you'll see where we are.
Brand new TikTok, reel, short, whatever you want to call it.
Today.
Whatever platform you want to do it. Drop today, so go and check that out.
I don't look good in it. I come across as a bit of a prick.
As is the tradition.
This is tradition. You can see it there. Right. Good stuff. Let us finish this off. Eyes down looking. Am I the arsehole
You are indeed, yes.
for demanding my ex-girlfriend pays me back for the trip to Disney World I bought her when we were together?
Ooh.
Am I the arsehole for demanding... Let's move this mic in a little bit. Am I the arsehole for demanding my ex-girlfriend pays me back for the trip to Disney World I bought her when we were together? Okay.
Don't think this is going to end well.
Have fun with this one. 7 months ago, my...
7 months ago.
7 months ago. My 29M, girlfriend 27F, Tara, and I were celebrating our first year together, and I had a surprise present for her. A whole trip to Disney World for the two of us.
It's my dick in a box.
Tara is a big Disney fan and had already visited the park many times, but I never went in my life. I was puzzled because after the initial excitement, she started looking a little sad. So I inquired about it, and Tara told me that she had always wanted to go to Disney World with her older sister, explaining that going there was their dream.
But she's dead.
So we're going to weekend at Bernie's it. She told me that, explaining that going there was their dream when they were growing up, but their dad was mean and never took them.
And killed my sister.
This isn't one of those dark stories we've been reading about.
Stabbed her right in the neck.
The sister is alive. No,
Bled
wait.
out right in front of me.
I won't block. That's exactly what happens.
On the road to Disneyland. We were so close.
It's a small world after all.
But there she lay in her puddle of blood. Mickey came out.
This is all true.
Laughed at it.
Mickey is a randy mouse.
Is that what it says?
It doesn't say that. Yep, unless she cheated on you there with Mickey. Okay, no. So it says, Tara told me she'd always wanted to go to Disney World with her older sister, explaining that going there was their dream, but when they were growing up, but their dad was mean and never took them. Even when she was able to go with friends or boyfriends, they never got to go together because Tara's sister was always busy with college or with her husband and children. Tara said it would be more meaningful of me to give her a trip she could do alone with her sister as a way to fulfill that dream. I got dizzy after this as it sounded strange to me.
Yeah, just a little. We should go on holiday. Oh, well, hold on.
Counterpoint.
Counter argument. Why don't you pay for me and my sister to go on holiday and you not come?
How's about that? It sounded strange to me. She had never talked about her dad in a bad way or mentioned anything about this sisterly dream. She calmed me down, talking a lot about how we would have countless opportunities to go places together in the future. Tara insisted this was the perfect moment to do it with her sister because she was getting a divorce and would have more free time.
Then pay for it your fucking self, you utter cunt.
Okay, strap in. I soon transferred all the tickets and reservations to her so she could organise everything with her sister.
Sucker!
So nice.
Yeah, that's what we get.
The issue is that a few weeks after all this, Tara broke up with me. I was blindsided and devastated because I felt that everything was going great between us, but ultimately I tried to be strong and move on. I totally forgot about the Disney World issue at first, and when I began thinking about it again, I decided it would be better to let it go.
I like how he's keeping up with the Disney theme there.
Indeed.
Let it go.
I didn't want to start a conflict about it and ruin the chances of us remaining friends. Tara started dating another guy very quickly, and in less than 3 months they were engaged. It felt weird to me, but I still sent a text congratulating them, and she answered me very sweetly. I am a follower of Tara's Instagram lives. And
This guy's a massive cuck.
And last week she mentioned that she was going to Disney World with her fiancé.
Sorry, that was probably gamey. Can edit that out.
I'm just leaving it for all of you to sink that in. I texted her about it and she said that her sister dropped out of the trip because she had to go to a wedding, so she was going with her fiancé instead. I was very troubled by this and we started an argument. I told her this was not the deal and that she should pay me back all the money I originally spent on the trip. Tara told me she didn't have to do anything and that I had zero power because everything was under her name. She accused me of being a stalker and blocked me everywhere. I feel really weird after all this because I think I'm in the right and what she did was not good, but I also may have reacted too strongly and ruined the cordial relationship we've had since the breakup.
Really? You want a cordial relationship with this twat?
Am I the arsehole?
No, but you are fucking stupid.
Like,
Jesus
what
H.
the fuck?
Christ the Third. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? Yeah, I'll just give you my holiday. Oh, we broke up. All right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, fine. I'll still follow you on Instagram, though.
I just think that it's like I love how confused she is. She never spoke about the dad being mean or this sisterly dream or any of that stuff. She's like, oh, this is amazing, but then she's probably in her brain is like, I'm about to split up with you and I'm cheating on you with some other guy. But I think there's a chance I can get this for me and new guy. Yeah, there's this like sisterly trip. If you could transfer it all into my name, yeah, sure, okay, I'll do that. Breaks up. That's what's fucking happened here. What a con. This is incredible.
Yeah, that is a genuine con. I like it doesn't mention how long they were together, does it, at the beginning? I don't think.
This was just their first year together. This is their anniversary. They've been together a year.
The long con then.
This is what a cunt.
Yeah, like she is a mega cunt. You are not wrong.
Like, I think in the thread, if you want to check this out, you can always look at it. I hope there'll be an update. I don't think there's going to be much more to say about this.
No, because everyone is probably in the comments saying, mate, you are fucking dumb.
Everyone in the comments, you say, am I the arsehole for demanding my ex-girlfriend pays me back for the trip to Disney World? And look that up if you feel like looking up on Reddit. But
the answer is, no, you are not the arsehole.
But you're not going to get any money back. And everyone's saying,
you ain't getting shit.
Maybe you could speak to the credit card company. Maybe you could speak to Disney. Because what they really wanted, even though it's not going to happen, is for her to put it back into his name, which he won't because it's been transferred out. Put it back into his name, cancel it, or cancel it out from under them would be great, but put it back into his name and go on his own. But it's just not going to happen. It's been transferred completely across to her. But it would be amazing if she could ring her up and say, like, this is what's happened. Ring them up, ring Disney up. But no.
Yeah. Come on, Disney, get involved.
But I think that's incredible. Does anybody here want to put forth an argument for anything at all other than she's a massive arsehole? But the question isn't whether she's the arsehole. No. The question is if he is the arsehole for demanding that money back. And the answer is no, you're not the arsehole for demanding that money back, but you did fuck up.
Fucking check your head, mate.
Just like from the very beginning when it's like, she's like, I want to take you for an anniversary trip to Disney World. And she's like, I don't want to go with you. I want to go with my sister. I'd be like, well, go with your sister another time then. How talk about throwing a present back in your face?
Just fucking waved a red flag in his face.
Oh my God.
And he was like, oh, that seems reasonable. Yeah, okay, I'll book it to go with your sister then. I'll pay for it all.
He got bummed, end of. He did.
And there was no lube used in the process.
In the small world. Well... I don't think there's anything left to say on that one.
No. Dear me. That was a good one.
That was a
Well
good
done.
one. I found that
Well
one today.
done.
I was like, oh shit, this gets better. Right.
Right.
That is the end.
It is the end. Unfortunately, I have not remembered the phrase that you...
The phrase that pays.
The phrase that you fuck up.
The thing that I fuck up.
Yeah, it's... You can't expect me to remember things. We really picked the wrong person for
yeah.
that. Yeah, maybe you should have tried to remember it.
I'll try it in between times. How much do you think reckon that costs Disney World for 2?
Easily like $1,200.
Like, if you factor in hotels, if you actually stay on site.
Yeah, more if you stay on site.
8, 9. Has this become The Price is Right or whatever the show is like? Okay, add me all up.
It is The Price is Right.
You can go. You can be a penny under, or you can't be a penny over, or whatever. It can't be a dollar over, but you can. $1,200.
That's what I said.
Fuck yeah, no.
I think $1,200 is
No,
about right.
no. Can you imagine? Oh, fuck you know. That's so shitty. You've bought your ex-girlfriend and her new fiance a holiday. Oh, fuck me.
Please do Price is Right. Oh, that's given me an idea. That has given me an idea.
Prices. Yeah, with Cozzy lives and everything. Think about it.
Yeah. Leave that with me, Aletha.
I would like to point out that there are men and women who behave this way. It is not that sort of woman. It is not that sort of woman thing. It is that sort of arsehole thing. Yeah, that's true. What I will say is that quite a lot of the ones we have here, blokes are being cunts. So it's nice to have an equal side of these things.
Yeah.
More often than not.
I do find that men are the more gullible sex and will be more led into this kind of bullshit by women than the other way around. But yes, I take your point.
Some scammer's gonna scam.
Fuck this shit, I'm scammed.
No thanks. Right. I don't know if we're going to raid anyone because I haven't got my phone's over there. Well, I don't know if there's anyone worth raiding at all.
No one is worth raiding. Raiding is a waste of time. But I'll have a look anyway.
Yeah.
And see if one of our friends would benefit from a visit.
Yep.
Because that's worth
Maybe
it.
a Nova.
There is a Nova, or there's a Wolf, or there's a Kirsty, or there's an Elf, or there's a Smug Face. So we've got a lot of friend choice.
Maybe Kirsty or Elf.
Well, yeah, let's go to Elf.
Let's go to Elf. We haven't been to Elf in ages. She comes to us.
Yeah.
I mean, Kirsty does too, but let's go to Indecisive Elf. I don't know what she's doing, but let's go and say hello to our elven friends.
She's playing Phasmophobia in March for some reason, but
listen,
let's go and take the piss out of her for that. That's
cool.
what I say. Yeah.
We're going to go there, hang around for the raid. All it remains is for Jeremy to fuck off and stay where you are, and he'll hit a button. Will the button work?
The button will work because it will.
Thank God for that.
I guarantee it, yeah. This button will work. What was it again?
Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself. Anything else?
Just hit that button.
Hit that button.